G'day, legends! What's up, guys? Hello, it looks like notifications haven't gone out today, but that's alright. That's alright, we don't need the notifications to go out. That's alright, we can all just chill together. We can just have a small gathering of us, just chilling together. You know what I mean? It's no big deal. What's up, Tracy? How are you? G'day, Mitch. How are you, brother? Shout out to Canada. What's up, Jim? Good morning, mate. You're an early riser. You must be in construction as well, eh, Mitch? You're an early riser. What's up, friendless Norseman? How are you, man? The MMA gods, hear my prayer. Let Hangman Hooker finish Arman in the first round. I know, friendless Norseman. I'm exactly the same, mate. I will be praying for Dan Hooker as well, but I don't think he can get it done, unfortunately. I'm not going to be going for Dan. I mean, I'm going to be going for Dan Hooker, but I'm not going to be picking Dan Hooker, brother. Arman should have to fight another contender after Hooker. You know what, right, you Jim? You know what, Jim? You're right. You're right, you Jim. Jim, you're right. I don't know if Arman's really going to prove it with a Dan Hooker win. It might need to be Dan Hooker, then Gaethje, then the loser of Paddy Pimblitz versus Ilya Topturo. What's up, 927 Gunner? How you going, man? I hope that you're well, brother. Whenever I hear your banger intro beat, I feel like I just did cocaine. That's how I feel, Mitch, because I just did cocaine before I jump on the stream. I'm kidding. I didn't know this, Mitch, but I've listened to two Nina Drama interviews before. One with Tom Aspinall, one with Justin Gaethje. Nina Drama and I have the same intro music. Devastating stuff. I had no idea that me and Nina have the same intro music, but there you go, Mitchathan. He can get it done. Arman doesn't have a very good chin. Arman's got a pretty cracking chin. Arman's got a pretty solid chin. I love the positivity, friendless Norseman. More of that, please. I'm going to need the positivity because I do think that Dan Hooker's cooked on this one, mate. But I love the positivity. You know what's awesome? You know what's bloody awesome? Even if Alex were to lose, we still have insurance because Yuri will just spark out Big Ank and then we're back in business. Mitch, this is what I've been saying. I've been saying this for the last 6 months. Don't worry, guys. Everyone's crying about Magomed Ankalaev being at the top of the division. What have I been saying for months? Don't worry about it, guys. Big Yuri Prohaska's just around the corner. I completely agree with you, Mitchathan. Arman needs to fight Hooker, then Bobby Green, then the loser of Islam Makhachev versus Paddy Pimblett, then Islam Makhachev again, just to be sure, then someone coming off one win at the Contender Series, and then we can give this food channel a go. Because look at this personality, brother. Isn't he so funny, brother? Look at them eat a big meal, brother. Oh, who would have guessed, brother? Speaking of the brothers, I've got some news for you guys. I've got some news for the brothers. Check this out. Why isn't it connected? Hang on a second. 1 second. Yes, there we go. Let me adjust this properly so you guys can see it correctly. Flyweight Ramazan. I really should have waited until Toad got here because this is Toad's boy, this guy. But flyweight Ramazan Tamirov has been suspended. You'll never believe it. One of the what's up? I'm extremely Asian. How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you. One of the brothers, Ramazan Tamirov, has been suspended for testing positive to the Korean zombie. He's been taking way too much Korean zombie serum. And he's popped in the anti-doping project. Famous, well, not famous, but he does train with Islam Makhachev, who was also popped. Who trains with Usman Nurmagomedov, who was also popped. I believe that is now 6 or 7 members from Team Eagle that have all popped because of prescription steroids that they've been given by their Russian doctors. Shocking stuff, I know. Remind me to bring this back up when Toad rolls back around, because Toad's a big fan of this guy. And his boy is a dirty, dirty cheater, mate. Dirty cheater. Filthy cheater, mate. I tell you. Filthy, bloody cheater. Let me move on. He can get it done. Arman doesn't have a good chin. There we go. Bro, you know what's fucking awesome? We just did that one. I reckon Paddy is going to fight Gaethje. So who's Ilya Topuria going to fight, Jim? That's the big question. You can't have Paddy fighting Gaethje. Who is Ilya Topuria going to fight? He needs to fight somebody in December or at least January. I think Dana White has told Gaethje, if you want to retire, mate, go on. Go on, mate. Go on, there's the door. Go on, get out of here, mate. I think that's what Dana White has told Justin Gaethje. Unless they do Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, and Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje for an easy Ilia Topuria win, and Paddy Pimblett versus Dan Hooker. But I don't think they will, because Dan Hooker's got a hand injury, and hand injuries are notorious. Like, they take so long to get over. So I don't think that's what it's going to be, Big Jim. Dan showed good takedown defense against Gamrot. He did, but it was a very close fight. And Gamrot is a lot of, like, Beneil Dariush sort of wrestling. Not Bobby Green. Grant Dawson sort of wrestling, where he's trying to get on the hips and apply pressure against the cage, or drag you down and apply pressure. Very similar to like Magomed Ankalaev, who does a lot of on-cage grappling. Whereas Arman Tsarukyan, he'll post up and he'll start raining down shots and doing a lot of damage. So there's different levels, you know what I mean? Like, Dan's good, but I don't know. I feel like Arman's a level above, which is weird, you know, knowing that Arman has already got, knowing that Gamrot's got a win over Arman. But again, another one of those weird, like, close fights. You know what I'm saying? I think Arman will just do the exact same thing that he did to Oliveira. You think Arman Tsarukyan will do the exact same thing? I'll hold him down, try and grapple fuck him, Jim? Is that what you mean? Could be. I'm an Arman hater, but at least I don't have to do Ever Panjar apologetics because he's already fighting in Qatar if he pulls out. Even Pasha apologetic. I don't know what you mean, friendless Norseman. I'm sorry, mate. I don't know what you mean. What's up? I'm extremely Asian. How are you, dude? What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? Just saying it twice. I'm extremely Asian. That's okay. You can say it twice. That's all good. How are you, man? It's good to see you. I hope that you are well. Dana wants Ilya to face Michael Chandler. No, he doesn't, Johnny. No, Johnny. No. I hope it is Paddy next, but I can see him not bloating up massively during Christmas time. And the fight will most likely be in January, right? Yeah, it would most likely be in January, but the UFC might tell him, like, if you want a title shot, you're taking a title shot in January. You know, imagine the UFC cradling Paddy Pimblett all the way up to the top. And then they go, right, title fight in January. And Paddy Pimblett turns it down because he wants to eat over Christmas. And then all of a sudden the UFC are like, oh, well, how about Paddy Pimblett, we give you a real fucking challenge instead of just babying you all the way up to the top. What's up, Mixed Martial Artist? How are you, man? I like this form of stream a lot. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, Mixed Martial Artist. It's okay if you don't. If you don't like the vertical, click the like, double tap to like the stream, and then go to your liked videos on the desktop, and you can watch it in the regular desktop setting. There you go, brother. How are you, Crisp? Good to see you, mate. It is a vertical stream, Crispathan. It is a vertical stream. You like the verticals? All right, cool. I just didn't know. Some people hate the verticals, so I was just helping you around it. How are you, Crisp? I hope that you're well, mate. It's good to see you. What's Paddy ranked at the minute? I think Paddy is probably ranked 4th UFC rankings. Let's check it out right now. Let's have a look. UFC rankings, not in 2019. Today. Let's have a look, boys. What is Paddy ranked right now? Boom. Boom, ooh. Usually I would say, there's no way they're going to give Paddy Pimblett a title shot. He's ranked number 7th. This is the new UFC. This is TKO. This isn't the UFC anymore. Not the way we remember it. This is TKO. I'm listening to it right now, Mixed Up Martial Artists. Great little tune. And the TKO group literally gave Khalil Roundtree a title shot, ranked at number 7th, coming off a drug suspension, while going out of their way to overbook Magomed Ankalaev with Alexander Rakic. We've seen a lot of guys at number 7 get, I know, you look at this, you look at number 7, and you go, there's no way that it could be Paddy Pimblett next. But Islam Makhachev shouldn't even be there. So technically, Paddy Pimblett is ranked number 6th. They're not going to give it to Gaethje. They're not going to give it to Charles Oliveira. It kind of makes sense that they would give it to Paddy Pimblett, doesn't it? Paddy has been coddled. Paddy has been seriously coddled. Paddy has been seriously coddled, yeah. Ilya don't want to train or fight while his brother is about to train and fight. I hate that, Johnny. I hate that so much, Johnny. Like, if anything... Well, that's the wrong button. If anything, Johnny, you would think that you would set up your training camps and your fights so that you and your brother were on the same card. So Ilya Topuria is obviously the main event, and then your brother is on the early prelims, and that way it draws more eyes to you. We said a lot of, Justin would sue the UFC if Paddy gets a title shot over him. Justin can't do shit about it, mate. He's got to shit and twirl, son. Justin's just got to sit on that and just fucking twirl, mate. Timing is everything. Timing is literally everything, mixed martial artists, especially when it comes to title shots. There's two things. Timing and Instagram followers. That is essentially TKO. Oh my, Magomed had a fight. Magomed only had a fight because the UFC overbooked him. Like, they said to Magomed Ankalaev, Alex Pereira is done for the rest of the year. Fight Alexander Rakic. Magomed went, yeah, I'll fight Alexander Rakic. And then they just slid in Khalil Roundtree. They fucked him. They fucked Magomed Ankalaev. How are you, Simply Kudos? I hope you're well, brother. What's up, dude? Correction, Bumtree was number 8. Oh my god, that's even worse. Was he number 8? Jesus Christ. What are we doing? Hanging out, catching up on the news. We've got a bit of news to get through today. I've got some fun bookmarked things ready to go for you guys. The first bit of news was Ramazan Tamirov. Ramazan Tamirov has been suspended. Classic. We have got a very fun fight to watch in regional MMA where the referee stepped in and started throwing punches. This is a good one to check out. The referee jumped in and started throwing punches. So we'll check that out. Oh, we can't look at that in full screen. We'll check that out. So we're just hanging out, mate. Just going through the day's news. We've got some other stuff to talk about. We've got Conor McGregor and him getting to the White House and how he's going to lock himself in doors for 6 months. We've also got Conor McGregor going on Fox News. We've also got Lerone Murphy and the letdown that he is not going to be getting the next title shot. He let out a little hint on Instagram. So we got a whole bunch of shit to get through on the live stream today, brother. A whole bunch of shit to get through. Can't wait to see what Holloway does next. Me too. I mean, it needs to be top 5. Although I am worried that they're just going to book Holloway so he just ends up defending the BMF title again and again and again and again. How are you, Kato? Good to see you, mate. Arman round 1 TKO. Bum hooker is done. I could see that coming. I know. I could see that coming, K-Dot. I don't like it. I don't like it, K-Dot. I don't like it. Not many people have been talking about Max's next move because it's kind of irrelevant right now. He's got a broken hand. He told everyone that he has a broken hand. They tend to take about 6 months to heal up, and there's no point talking about what will Max do until about the Miami card next year. Around the Miami card next year, then it's time to be like, right, what are we booking Max in for? It's crazy he's ranked at number 3. Holloway ranked at number 3 in lightweight. I know. I tell you what, I don't mind the idea of a Holloway-Ilya Topuria rematch. I really don't. Holloway looked really good. What did Holloway win, the first round against Ilya Topuria or the second round? Max Holloway, Ilya Topuria. Scorecards. Which round did Max win? Here we go. Card results. Topuria versus Holloway. No, these aren't the scorecards. Yay. They're the stats. So weird how sometimes you'll literally type in Max Holloway, Ilya Topuria scorecards, and sometimes you'll get, yeah, this. The UFC official scorecards will pop up, and sometimes it won't. Right, let's have a look. Used to be 10-9. Oh, he didn't win a single round. Only one judge gave him the first round. Interesting. I thought Max at least won a round against Ilya Topuria, but only one judge gave him a round. Only one judge gave him the first round. There you go. David Letherby gave Max Holloway the first round. Arman, we just did that one. Not many people are talking about Holiday. We just did that one. It's crazy to rank number 3. Yep. What do you think the main event in December is going to be? I think it is going to be Pantoja versus Joshua Van, Big Johnny, or Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison. Yes. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. True, Tracy. True. Next up, EPO Marab. Dude, he got his jacket for 50 tests today, Tracy. Apparently, that dude is piss clean 50 times. I'll believe anything. You believe anything if you believe Marab is piss clean 50 times. I like how Dana fucked Volkov after the gunfight, just like how Dana has fucked Volkov. Although we don't know if Dana has fully fucked Volkov or just slid the tip in slightly. I think Dana's just slid the tip in slightly because I believe that Alexander Volkov is on the same card as Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane as a backup fighter. Like as a little, he's the backup fighter just in case. Ankalaev got fucked over badly. Rakic was just a stay busy fight while Roundtree fight for the title. It's fucking bullshit. I know, but what, like, it is bullshit. And the question is, why did we need to keep Magomed Ankalaev busy? Why did he need to take a stay busy fight? He could have easily just taken the Alex Pereira fight, but the UFC just, again, it's a production company now. It's not a promote. It's not about the best fighter in the world anymore. How the fuck are we still blaming Ilya when there's no clear contender? Ask Paddy, Gaethje, and Arman to get into a fight. Now that Arman is booked, Ilya will definitely fight him and take his money. Ilya will definitely fight Arman Tsarukyan and take his money. How the fuck are we still blaming it? I don't think anyone's blaming Ilya. Who was blaming Ilya, K-Dot? I don't think there are many people out there that are blaming Ilya. Ramazan must have a heart condition like all of it. It's weird all of the teammates have the same heart condition and the same doctor keeps prescribing the medication for it. It's weird how the entire team has the exact same condition. Does the BMF champ get pay-per-view points? I believe that he does, but none of that matters anymore. Remember mixed martial artists? Going into next year, there aren't going to be many pay-per-view sales because they're getting rid of America. What's up, Kyle? How are you, man? Am I the only one who wants to see Conor and Nate at the White House card? No, I don't think so. I think that'd be a decent fight. Conor versus Nate DS3 on the White House card as a feature fight. I think that third fight needs to happen. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Hooker goes full body kick. Arman lands an overhand, drops him. Full guard elbows like the Yola Alvarez fight. Hooker goes full body kick. Arman lands overhand, drops him. Full guard elbows. Like, yeah, I could see that happening, K-Dot. I could. That sucks. Who do you think is fighting Volk? Ooh, let's talk about it, Johnny. That's the other bit of news that we can bring up right now. Lerone Murphy posted this today. We work regardless. We work regardless. Lerone Murphy posted this today. We work regardless. This implies to me that Lerone Murphy got a phone call from Hunter Campbell. Lerone Murphy got a phone call from Hunter Campbell, and the phone call was, you're not getting the next title shot. We're going to be going in a different direction. Sorry, Lerone. Let's offer you this fight instead. If they're not giving it to Lerone Murphy, they're absolutely not giving it to Movsar Evloev. They're giving it to Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez will be Alexander Volkanovski's next fight. That's where all the smoke signals seem to be floating towards, man. You gonna do the picks today? No, tomorrow. Friday stream we'll do the picks. It's Thursday, brother. How's Daddy Douglas, brother? I'm good, showbiz. I'm good, man. How are you, man? How you been, dude? Don't. Oh, howdy. Why did I put daddy in there? I don't know. I'm good, showbiz. How are you, man? Honestly, I thought he won both 1 and 2. Round 1, the judges could have given Ilya based on the slip Max had at the end of the round. Yeah, it could have been towards the end of the round. Because I do remember, I watched that fight back really recently, and I was like, fuck, Max looked good. But I don't remember if it was round 1 or round 2 that I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, but he's fighting Almeida, who is going to take him down and fuck him up. I don't know if he will. Like, I'm not saying that he won't. It's Volkov's very good. Almeida might take him down and fuck him up. Yeah. Would you let Marab marry your cousin? No. Well, my cousins can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't talk to my cousins. Simply kudos. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Because Ankalaev didn't have a single top 5 win pre-Rakic fight. Dude was off Johnny Walker win, and you want him to give him a title shot? Yes. Yes, he was the most deserving to get a title shot. He had been in a previous title fight that was literally a draw. And the UFC were pushing Johnny Walker because he was going to be the guy that was going to beat John Jones. And no one else wanted to take the Magomed Ankalaev fight. Yeah, it absolutely should have been Magomed Ankalaev. Absolutely. I died laughing watching Marab furiously Lash on Umar again? I died laughing watching Marab furiously lash on Umar again. Was he bagging the shit out of Umar again? Saying he'll drag him like a sack of potatoes around the octagon for 25 minutes and embarrass him. Where did was this at Marab's press day today? I'm not gonna lie. I listened to everyone's press day except Marab's. Marab is the only one I can't listen to Marab talk. I can't. It's just mind-numbing. Oh, my God. Mr. Todalayev, what's up, man? Imagine getting... Mr. Todalayev. Toad. I was waiting for you to pop in, Toad. Imagine getting put unconscious in the pocket by Izzy of all people, leaving your wife and kids devastated. That's probably why Pereira's life left him. Nice to see you, Toad. I love the name switch up this week. Toad, I've got sad news for you, mate. Your boy is popped for steroids, brother. Flyweight Ramazan Tamirov has been suspended for 1 year, testing positive for too much Korean zombie. Per the promotion's anti-doping program, he'll be eligible to return in 2026. Sorry, Toad. Sorry, mate. I know you love old Ramazan Tamirov. He's one of your boys, Toad, but he's got the same heart condition as the rest of Dagestan. Crazy, crazy stuff. Where am I up to? What gym is it, the one you just said has the fighters with the heart problems and they're all on PEDs for it? Khabib's gym. Khabib's gym. Okay, it must be the inbreeding. Must be the inbreeding. That's what it must be. They're going to make Pena versus Pennington the main event. Juliana Pena versus Raquel Pennington the main event. No, they absolutely not. That's BS Man who's going to fight Volk. Oh, hell no, not Diego again. I do think it is going to be Diego. And remember, Diego flies the Mexican flag now, and you know how Dana White lives off Mexican semen, mate. All the Daggies having the same birth defect is kind of believable considering their mating tradition. That is true. That is true. Oh, what's up, Mr. Bow? Welcome to my channel. My name is Dougie. I make an MMA video all the time, nearly every day. Subscribe if you like MMA talk, brother. How are you? What do you think of Aspinall versus Cyril Gane? I am scared that Tom Aspinall is going to take Cyril Gane into the second or third round, and John Jones fans and John Jones himself is going to have an absolute field day on Twitter. I hate it. I hate the thought of it, brother. I want to see Tony Ferguson fight his way out of a wet paper sack at the White House. No, leave Tony Ferguson alone. He's exactly where he needs to be, defending his title in Misfits. Title is the way to go. Imagine wow, what's up, Tope? We did that one. I just got to laugh at the matchmakers. Conor on coke and Nate Diaz on weed at the White House. I mean, Conor McGregor shouldn't be even synonymous with the UFC or White House at this point. You know what I mean? Conor McGregor is admittedly a cokehead. He admitted to it in court. He's got ties to the Irish mafia. He's set a woman's car on fire. He's got multiple grape accusations. He's been found civilly liable of grape in court. He's beating up old men at pubs. Conor is a criminal. He's a cokehead criminal. And he shouldn't even be considered for the White House card. This company is wild, man. This company is I can't even imagine what it's like for normie NPCs to look at our company, the the UFC, and get their fucking head around it. I don't know how normies can even, with like, the UFC must blow their fucking mind, man. Imagine saying Magomed hadn't beaten anyone before Rakic to try and defend Khalil getting a title shot. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's the most casual take in the world. To be like, Rakic didn't deserve a title. I mean, to be like, Magomed Ankalaev didn't deserve a title shot. He was coming off a draw for the title. He had fought for the title and he didn't lose the fight. It was a draw. Dagestani's either pop for PEDs or child molested. Or both. Why not have both? Why can't they do both? Islam Makhachev, 15 fight win streak. Anderson Silva, 16 fight win streak. John Jones, 20 fight unbeaten streaks. What do they all have in common? Steroids, brother. Steroids. They love steroids, brother. I heard Ali threatening Dana if Movzar doesn't get the title shot. Ali can't do shit about it until Dana White's in a plane. I'll have a field day if it gets into the second or the third round. Friendless Norseman, is that what you're referring to? John Jones is the GOAT, and he is American. He's the GOAT of ducking fights. Isn't he? Ducked Rampage or Rashad? Whatever. They look exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Ducked one of them. Ducked Ngannou. Ducked Aspinall. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. They're all the same, mate. They're all exactly the same. Shall we watch this? Shall we? Do you guys want to watch this referee? Check out this referee while I let the chat load up a little bit, and then I'll read everyone's chats. But in the meantime, check this out. This is some Russian fight league. They're fighting in jeans. One of them's in jeans. One of them's in a gi. I don't understand how. But this is what we're dealing with. One of them's in jeans. One of them's in a gi. The guy in jeans shoots a great takedown, but these weight classes are clearly not the same. So the guy in the gi rolls into top. And then the ref goes, nah, mate. Nah, that's it. The fight's over. And the guy in the gi is like, fuck you, cunt. The fight is not over. And he starts swinging at the ref. So the ref knocks him down and starts beating the shit out of him. And the whole fucking arena's security jumps in to try and sort it out. Oh. God, I love it. God, I love regional MMA. Again, our sport to the outside world must look like the biggest madhouse. We must have the weirdest fucking sport in the world. Now I shall read some chats, boys. What a strange sport we have. Oh, man. Once the wrongful suspension is over... The wrongful suspension. Toad! Toad! God damn it. I swear to God, you must be MMA Joey's burner account the way you suck on the Muslim dick. Alright, Toad. Once the wrongful suspension is over, Ramazan will follow in these fighters' footsteps and rule the flyweight and bantamweight divisions with an iron fist. Yes. Once we're done with our suspension. I love it, Toad. Oh my God. John Jones saw how Francis beat Garn and copied his game plan. He did. This is true. Very, very true, Johnny. Very true. Crazy how much MMA Joey panders by saying Mobzar is the uncrowned champ. Like, what the fuck has Mobzar done? He shouldn't have won his last 3 fights. Well, I mean, you've answered your own sentence there, haven't you, Mitch? Like, MMA Joey just exists. You could have an IV drip of Muslim semen going into MMA Joey's veins, and that could be the only thing that sustained him if he didn't require 1,000 burgers a day to keep up his mass levels. Yeah. He just... I mean, I like Mobzar. Mobzar's a decent fighter. But the last 3 fights that Mobzar have been super iffy. He's not the uncrowned champ. He hasn't gotten a finish. He's super iffy. Lauro Murphy's on a 9-fight win streak. He's not the uncrowned champ. Till Dana White is on a plane. That was fun. Oh, nice, Mitch. Thank you. I'm just being smart. You are, Friendless Norseman. Oh, about the John Jones thing? Yeah, I know. I don't think the fight's going to be over in the first round, which sucks. I do think Cyril Gane will have gotten slightly better, and I think Tom Aspinall will treat Cyril Gane with a little bit more respect than John Jones did, allowing the fight to go on a little bit. John Jones also ducked JDS. I don't think John Jones did duck JDS. Do you think Dana likes the Russian fighters? I think Dana likes money. So fighters like Khabib and Islam Makhachev, yeah, Dana loves them. Absolutely loves them. Fighters like Movsar Evloev and the one that just got sent to Brave, Muhammad Makayev, Dana couldn't give a fuck about them. I think Dana has a very mixed feeling about the Russian fighters, and particularly the Muslim fighters, not the Russian kickboxer fighters like the Orthodox fighters. The Muslim fighters that are grappling fighters. I think Dana's got a very 50-50 relationship with them. They bring in a lot of money and a lot of eyes, and the Saudis and Qatar and all these countries pay a lot of money to have the fights on there. But on the flip side of the coin, they also kill the excitement for the casual audience, you know. No ducks, all bold eagle. No, they were ducks, Crisp. They were ducks. He ducks, mate. He ducked Chael Sonnen and was given Vitor on short notice. Then he KO'd Sonnen in 2 minutes. Yeah, John Jones also ducked Chael Sonnen. This is true. What's up, Kyle? Good to see you. I hope that you're well. Yes, this is true. Jones isn't a fighter. He's an athlete. That's one way of saying it. Sure. If someone eats a duck, does that make them a duck? Yes. You areth what ye eateth. Everyone knows this is true. Those motherfuckers had kicks on. They don't know they had shoes on. They had jeans and shoes on and a gi. Awesome stuff, isn't it? Vanderlei Silva has to fight that guy that knocked him out. Vanderlei Silva should never fight again. Vanderlei Silva shouldn't even train again. Vanderlei Silva should try and get hit on the head as little as possible. Vanderlei Silva should go to bed and just very gently put his head down on the pillow. He is going to die. He's going to have a worse ending than BJ Penn. What's up, Mr. C? How are you, man? You are what you eat, so you're a pussy. Very good. Arman's first round sub is his grappling matches against old men weren't for Arman first round sub, his grappling messages against old men weren't for nothing. Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, I've been saying this though, Mr. Totalayev. I have been saying this, like, people are like, Arman is going to develop ring rust, and I've been like, God, he's not going to develop ring rust. He's been competing all year long. He's had 3 grappling matches this year, which means he's been training, he's been cutting weight, he's been going in there, he's been rolling, he's been staying limber. Like, Arman Tsarukyan and Paddy Pimblett, very different creatures. And this is the other thing that, like, Westerners in MMA absolutely fucking hate to admit this, right? Arman takes a year off. What does he do? What does Arman Tsarukyan do? He takes a year off, he stays fit, he stays ripped all year long, and he does a bunch of grappling matches. Sean O'Malley takes some time off, he does a bunch of weed, he has a bunch of threesomes. Kevin Holland takes some time off, he's smoking weed and he's playing 2K. You know, like, Eastern fighters and Western fighters have very different out-of-camp realities, and that does transition over into success into the UFC. Thoughts on Dana sending out an olive branch to Ariel and Ariel continuing to bury him? Yeah, I mean, you know how those people are, Kyle. Once you burn bridges with... I mean, the West burnt down Jerusalem under Hadrian 2,000 years ago, and they've never forgiven Western culture, you know? Even though we've set up memorials for them all over the world. Dougie, pull up Movzar's resume. How many split decisions does he have in the UFC and against who? Movzar Evloev. Done. Tapology, Movzar Evloev. Tapology, Movzar Evloev. Never had before. Yo, I get a good feeling. They're all unanimous decisions. They're all unanimous decisions. Don't give a fuck. That one was close. That one was also close. This one was also... In fact, this one, I think Diego won. I don't remember the rest of them. I do not care to watch Movzar Evloev fight. I would rather put a nail through my scrotum. So, I don't give a shit what they say. Movzar... These last 3 are all robberies. This one's a robbery. This one's a robbery. This one's close as shit. Yeah, buddy. Showbiz stories. Oh, yeah. Whoa, shit. Wrong button. Thanks for not eating pistachios into our ears for 3 hours tonight, like Guru. Maybe I will. Maybe I will go get some nuts. How are you, Kyle? Dana loves active company men. Yeah, and money. True. It's on video back when JDS was champ. All right, I'll check it out. I'm extremely Asian. I'll check it out, brother. Okay, I'll check it out. He loved Khabib for being a star. He loves Islam. Yes, he does. That's what I mean. Like, he does love them, but he also hates them for the fan base. There was 2 split decisions. Where? I just looked. You just saw me go through it and look. Decision unanimous, decision unanimous, decision unanimous. Oh, decision split. Where's the other one? God, there's just so many decisions. Oh, my God. There's so many. There's 1 split decision there. And that's it. Everything else is before that. There's 1. There's 1. This is why I shouldn't read the chat. There's 1. See the time we waste and chat's still wrong? There's 1 split decision in the UFC. See, this is... You're like, look how many split decisions he's had, Dougie. 1. Okay, 1. My point still stands. Why do we waste time? That doesn't change my point. My point was about these top 3. Don't listen to the chat, Doug. Just ramble to yourself because the chat is irrelevant. Nacho will say the microphone's broken. It isn't. Showbiz will say there's a bunch of splits. There aren't. I'll make the point about the top 3. You'll go, what about the other ones? What? One other one? Just a waste of time. God. Where am I up to? I'm a huge Jon Jones fan, but there's no doubt he ducked a good amount of great fighters. I genuinely don't know why, because realistically, Jon Jones would be the favorite in all the fights, including Tom. I think because Jon Jones is a master of the art of war, man. He really is. Like, he doesn't bother doing a fight unless there's a good chance he is going to win it. That's why Jon Jones keeps running away from the crime scene. This is literally why Jon Jones runs away from the crime scene. If he's in the car and there's cocaine everywhere and he drives into another person, then he has to go to court, and there's a good chance he's going to lose. But if he just runs away, then he gets done in with a hit and run. It just becomes a hit and run. The charges are less. Like, Jon Jones literally proves that if you commit a crime, you should just run away, because the charges for a hit and run are way less than for drink driving or driving a car into a pregnant woman. And he does the same thing in the UFC. Like, whenever there's an iffy fight, like a Reyes rematch, he just runs away. And then everyone says, well, look at his resume. He's great. He's never lost a fight. He's never lost a fight because all the fights he could lose, he just runs away from. Jake Paul probably wants to fight Wanderlei Silva next year. Jake Paul will be looking for that fight. Jake Paul's on it now. Hearing most people pick Garry, but he doesn't do well against traditional double and single legs and tends to go for the gillies. He'll be at an insane strength disadvantage. I know, I'm really confused. What's up, Jedhead? How are you, brother? I'm really torn. I'm really torn over the Ian Garry fight. I'm really torn over it. There's good matchups down the pipeline. I love it when I'm not sure who's going to win. I love that. Kane beat JDS, and Jones was 220 pounds out of camp when the big press conference happens. GSP ducked Silva, Whitaker, Romero, Souza, and Masasi, but no one talks about it because you're all crazy in the head, man. No, we talk about GSP ducking. We talked about it yesterday, or the day before. We've talked about it. We talk about it all the time. GSP ducked Hendricks. The reason why GSP didn't fight Khabib is because he ducked Robert Whitaker, because he had to do the rematch after Bisping. We talk about it all the time. BJ Penn was saying that GSP was greasing up. All the time. All the time. You Jon Jones fans, K-Dot, make a whole bunch of victim mentality shit in your head. I took some time off and I watched TV. I took some time off to watch TV. Nice, Johnny. Enjoy. And he eats giant croissants and a cup of coffee. Yeah, but I think Arman does that very rarely, just for a short, and then throws the rest of it away. You know what I mean? Thoughts on the fact that Herb Dean has 2 MMA fights? Water-based. The real GOAT is Volk. The real GOAT is Volk. I can agree with you on that one. What's up, Conor McGregor? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. W stream. Thank you, Mitch. Like the stream, guys. Please, like the stream. You don't have to donate, but if you could like the stream, that would help my algorithm so much, man. Dan Hooker is going to sleep that poor Armenian NPC. Oh, I hope so, Mr. C, but I don't know if he will. I don't think he will, brother, and it hurts me. It hurts me, mate. It hurts me. I don't think he will sleep him. God, I feel bad for Dan Hooker. I think Dan Hooker is going to be cooked, mate. I think he's going to be cooked. Arnold Allen was robbed. Arnold Allen was robbed. The only fighter Arman declined this time off was Gamrot, who was ranked 8th, coming off a loss at the time. The main reason he was out for so long was all the high-ranked guys were ducking him. The only fighter Arman declined on his time off was Gamrot, who was ranked 8th, coming off a loss at the time. The main reason he was out for so long. Yes, to the top half. I think you're completely making the second half off. I think he weighed in as the backup fighter. He weighed in as the backup fighter for International Fight Week, and he's not going to take a fight when he could just be the back. No, you're making that up. Yeah, I think you're making that up. I think they offered him the Gamrot fight. He didn't take it. He turned that one down. He ducked the Gamrot rematch. And then they said, right, do you want to be the backup fighter? And he went, okay, I'll be the backup fighter. Obviously, he's not going to go in camp for that. And now for the last 2 or 3 months, they've all been sort of sitting out, waiting for the UFC to make their decision, playing pick me, rather than all putting their hand up for the #1 contender shot. Yeah, no, Toad, you're coping. Garry would beat Belal via boring decision. Garry would beat Belal via boring. I don't know. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. Never ducked, biggest balls, skill set deeper than a prostitute. Never ducked. Are you talking about Jon Jones again? There were 2 split. We did that one. Crazy how much of a myth Arnold Allen has become. We need him back. Broken hands, man. Broken hands are the death of a fucking fight. I hate that Holloway has got a broken hand. Look how long Dan Hooker's been out. All because of a broken hand. Hate it. Oh, the second a fighter breaks his hand. I hate it. How did Movsar win the Lopez, Allen, and Aljo fight? How did Movsar win the Lopez, Allen, and Aljo fight? Dude's a bum. He's not a bum. They were just incredibly close fights. They're just incredibly close fights. But this is the thing, like, when you're like, when MMA Joey is like Movsar is the uncrowned champ. Like, no, he's easily the top contender. Maybe just behind Lerone Murphy, because Lerone Murphy has at least got a finish. Mobzar hasn't got a finish. So if he's not the top contender, he's number 2 ranked. That's very good. That's very, 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 very good. And he's taking all the people at the top of the division to close decisions. So Mobzar's really good. But he's not, you know, the best fighter in the UFC. No, I'm not muted, Chris, but thank you. Pink Kryptonite is turning the frogs gay? Exactly, mate. Fix Mike. Shut up, Chris. Should I ask AI to total up his significant strikes in his last 5 fights? I bet it's under the amount of one Holloway fight. Oh, easily, Jim. Check it out, mate. I wonder what AI would say. How are you, Cheddarhead? How you been, bro? How has MMA YouTube been today? Who do you think would have won between John Jones and Rumble? Ooh, John Jones would have won. John Jones would have won. Belal's age might show in this fight against Ian. I know, Johnny. That's the thing that the UFC have been hoping for. They were waiting to give Belal a title shot for so long that by the time he did get the title shot, newer and younger people would be percolating in the division below him. And now we're there. So we will see. It's a close one. Belal by rear naked choke on Ian's son's mum. Ian's son's mum, you say? I like this. And Belal Muhammad could be in the bedroom and put one into Layla. Are you inviting me for dinner? And will I be... No, I don't do the cooking, Mr. Conor McGregor. I'm a man. Impression of John Jones at a Bring Your Father to School Day, telling the class to run from your parents and bury your insecurities and demons. The police are annoying to me. Responsibilities are annoying to me. Fights are annoying to me. What we need to do is just run away from your problems, children. Run away. You think Usman fights Sean Brady? Nope. I think Usman's going to sit out until they offer him a title shot or until he's just obviously retired. That's what I reckon. Who wins in a fight between Goddard and Herb Dean? Obviously Herb Dean, mate. Goddard is nothing but a cheeky, saucy smile. How much does it cost to buy a personality? Asking for an Armenian? I don't know. Ask Elliot Tapiria. He bought all of his Instagram followers. And he's just copied Connor's personality. Speaking of Connor, should we check out Connor? Let us check out Connor. Don't fade into darkness. And that one is the right button. Yes.
It can ignite a support for the people of Ireland.
Is this a done deal?
Because we need...
Are you definitely... Is this a done deal? You're in? You made a deal?
Signed, delivered. It ain't a negotiation.
Wow.
It's a done deal, signed, delivered. McGregor will compete in the White House for UFC's 200 for the America's 250th
Did you talk
birthday.
to Dana about it? Dana's got to sign off.
I love how Connor's got this new voice now, this new presidential voice. Everything he says has to be said with an upwards inflection because every sentence is going to weigh in the history books forever. Connor forever. This is the new. We've got a new Conor McGregor now. You know how Guru's got the inceptions of the different eras of the Conor McGregor character? 50 G's, baby! You know how Conor grows? Now we've got new Conor. Now we've got presidential Conor.
Sign off, I would imagine, no?
Me and Dana are in constant communications. We've done incredible business together. I'm the highest generating fighter of all time in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. They've just signed a breathtaking deal with Paramount where we go to cable TV. $7.7 billion that deal was accrued for. And
fucking the new Conor McGregor, man. Oh, man. I'm going to read these next chats. And the new Conor McGregor, the way that he talks. How much would it cost to buy a personality? Asking for an Armenian. I'm talking about the featherweight goat, mate. Oh, Alexander Bloody Volkanovski. Hell yeah, brother. I'm with... Sorry, K-Dot. I got mixed up. Most are quick to say Belal beat Brady. I don't know. Gary did, in fact, duck Brady. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he did. He did to Sean. Gary did duck Brady. This is true. Styles make the fight. This is true. And Brady has been the most dominant welterweight recently. True. But Brady's striking is very different to Ian Gary's striking. They are completely different styles. As you said, styles make the fight. My name is Deshaun. I don't know yet. I'll probably end up going Gary. Gaethje and Paddy declined Arman for the Khamzat DDP co-main. Don't know if Oliveira was offered Arman for Rio because the Fiziev matchup was weird. Yeah, the Fiziev matchup is a very weird one. Very weird one. Gaethje and Paddy declined Arman for the Khamzat DDP co-main. I I don't remember seeing that anywhere, Toad. Anywhere. What's up, Musical? How are you, brother? Rating? Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate Musical. Thank you so much. Dougie, how long till you move to the Polish compound? Mate, I got to make some money off MMA YouTube first, brother. My God. Kissing nonce raid? Oh, okay. All right. A Yerp raid. I like that. We love a bit of it. Look at all... I remember when a Yerp raid was literally just Yerp. But now look at this. Now we've got Musical and Cheddarhead and Jigsaw Kid. That's a weird name. Yerp is growing. Power to the Yerp. Anya, help me. Well done, dude. The funniest narrative from the Muslim fan base is that Ilya ducked Mobzar and ran away to lightweight. I know. No, it's... they're retarded. What can you say? What's up, Slops? How are you, man? I just saw you there, brother. I hope that you're well, Slops. Funniest narrative from... I just did that one, Doug. You're an idiot. Read the next chat down, Doug. Look down the screen, Doug. You idiot. I love Jack for saying Ian Garry ain't the biological father of his son. I know. I don't think he's the real dad. Tsarukyan and Garry. I think, mate... I'm going to go with Arman Tsarukyan, and I think I'm going to go with Ian Garry, Musical. I think I'm going to go with Arman Tsarukyan and Ian Garry. Yes, brother. I think that's the way I'm going to go. Impression of Duggett talking about MMA Chode. What are you talking about, Crisp? You disgusting bastard. Is it true you eat plaster and love MMA, Joey? You're disgusting, not the aim, bro. Mobzar has landed 301 significant strikes in his last 5 fights. Holloway landed 198 in his last fight. Yeah, Mobzar is boring as shit. Yair versus Volk 2 in February is going to be sick. No, it isn't, Slops. It's going to be bloody annoying, mate. Muslims age like a fine Australian red wine. No drinking, no smoking, no drugs, apart from the base steroids. Yeah, except for steroids. They don't mind doing that. They do not mind doing that. By the way, have you been to Qatar? No, I've never been to Qatar. I'd love to, though. But seriously, Marab versus Volk super fight. Can't believe they think Lopez is a good idea. Such a blatant skill gap. Yeah, I know, Slops. I don't know why. So they're not giving it to Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy posted on his Instagram account, "We work regardless." So it seems like he got some bad news. Count Connor's blinks. Yeah, when Connor's talking presidential, he's trying to stay in the zone. Anchorman Connor, new legendary fighter, and Conor McGregor will be talking in paused sentences for the rest of the night. Volk would diddy fuck Marab, but hey, maybe it's made for December. Volk's legacy becomes greater. Make the fight. I'd love that, K-Dot, but no, I think they are going to try and handball the title shot to Lerone Murphy, to Diego Lopez, purely because of the Mexican edge. What's up, MMA Master? How are you, brother? Good to see you, mate. Do you think Conor has stopped cocaine now since he's back in the testing pool? No, I think he's still on it. Yerp's in the house. We love to see it. Ian circles and lands jabs and head kicks. Belal's defense is just eating shots, no head movement. Paper champion. Thank God JDM rushed that cockroach. Now we're talking, K-Dot. Yes. Ilya versus Mobzar was made, by the way. Mobzar pulled out. Ilya versus... Oh, yeah, I do remember that. That was back in the day. Very true, K-Dot. Fun fact, Musical is an MMA Joey paid member. I think Musical is only an MMA Joey paid member to keep tracks on what that fat lying fuck says. Ian Garry versus Belal is such a fucking lame matchup. Who are we supposed to root for? We're supposed to hope for a double head kick knockout, Cheddarhead. That's the best we can hope for, mate. Dan Hooker TKO's Arman in the third. Oh, help me. I wish he would. I wish he would help me, but I don't think he's going to. Plaster on beans is nicer than beans on plaster. Change my... Show us your breasts. Show us your... Look at your breasts. Show us your breasts. Musical, your soundboard is goated, man. Have a look at your breasts. What are your breasts? Do you love MMA Joey? I fucking hate MMA Joey. You know I do. Chips, cheese, plaster. Bosh. Made by the sweetest and blood of all the Bangladeshi, Indian, and Pakistani illegal immigrants. Okay. Hot take. Ghan is the underdog. Not a hot take at all. Why Lopez again? Because he's Mexican. You know the soundboard? Of course I know the music. I lurk. I pop in and I lurk. Don't worry, boy. I keep an eye on MMA YouTube. I know what all you cunts are up to. I keep an eye on the game. Just because I'm not commenting doesn't mean that Dougie's not around in his alt account. Just having a little listen. Anyway. What am I up to? Get the fuck out of here. Why Lopez again? What's up, Black Betty? There you are. What's up, man? We need to find the Dougie Yelp. You'll never find the Dougie Yelp, mate. It is MMA Joey. MMA Joey is AI. Oh, fucking hell. Where am I up to? Remember seeing the Saw movie for the first time back in the day? Great. I do remember that. That was actually filmed in St. Kilda. Oh, Cheddarhead, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, mate. I appreciate it. Jay Rivera, Nimb. No one knows who these people are. Hap Chandler got one. That's fucking awesome to see. Hap Chandler's a legend. The Serbian bloke that pops in whenever Alexander Rakic is fighting got one. Nice pull, Cheddarhead. Not the best, but a decent pull. At least there's some regulars in there. Thank you, Cheddarhead. I appreciate you, man. You got the Hap Chandler card? Mate, imagine being able to own Hap Chandler. That's a great card to have in your deck, Cheddarhead, this month. Where am I up to? Remember seeing the, yep. Does Qatar allow hookers? Oh, God, your Instagram models fly out to the Middle East all the time to get shat on. Show us your breasts, wench. Ian eye pokes Belal in his other eye. Belal lands a crotch kick and explodes Ian Garry's clit. Both retire. Cinema. Yes, K-Dot. There we go. Then we didn't find the Dougie ult. You'll never find it. A clip is clairvoyant called Derek, who is possessed by a pervert. That is fucking great. No shit. I also learnt where Borscht came from today, so that's good to see. Liam Hughes is not my... Have you not noticed me and Liam Hughes have both been in a chat before at the same time? On ya, Cheddarhead. No, but seriously, Lopez this time would KO Volk. Bad, hopefully. It's still the Marab fight. They're going to make... Yeah, I would love it if it was Marab versus Alexander Volkanovski instead. I would absolutely love that. Let's go to UFC rankings. Let's bring up what we're talking about. Thank you, whoa, Black Betty. Thank you for becoming a member, mate. Whoa, Black Betty. Bam, bam, yeah, Black Betty. Bam, bam, Black Betty got a chant. Bam, bam, nothing go on. Bam, bam. If you don't like that song, that must be fucking annoying. She's on rock steady. Bam, bam, whoa, Black Betty. Anyway, Volk should fight Lerone Murphy. Diego Lopez should fight Movsar Evloev for the #1 contender. If Merab Dvalishvili finishes Sandhagen and there's no damage done to Merab Dvalishvili, they should do Merab Dvalishvili versus Alexander Volkanovski for December. Champ fight with Joshua Van against Alexandre Pantoja as the co-main event, and Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison, champ fight as the feature fight. 3 title fights. This is what the UFC could be if we were great and if we were trying. What's up, Ned Pull? How are you, brother? Dougie's back. I don't have a hair transplant. My hair is fucking gorgeous. I don't have a hair transplant at all. I got delightful hair, actually. Thank you very much. That is what we should be doing. K-Dot. I believe K-Dot started that rant. Didn't you, K-Dot? No, but seriously, K-Dot did start that rant. Ian versus Belal could be boring. It could be very, very boring. It could be pushing up against the cage versus back takes. I'd rather be dead than pushing up against the cage versus back shots. Ian Garry back shots on a hairy Muslim man. Ugh, God, no. Should we listen to Conor McGregor saying that he's going to lock himself in a room for 6 months to take the White House card seriously? Let us listen to Conor McGregor saying that he's going to lock himself in a room for 6 months so he can take the White House card seriously. Let's do that, chat. Won't that be good? Let's do that, chat. Here we go. Here's Conor McGregor saying that he's going to lock himself in a room.
I have 8 months and change out to the White House event. It's a 6-month operation. You know, I consider it a 6-month operation to get ready for this bout. And that's my focus right now. I'm just eager to, you know, climb the steps into being ready for my return. There's a lot at stake, and I'm very excited at the opportunity. I was right there with my last one. I was in incredible condition, incredibly well prepared, and just a slight lapse in concentration led to an injury. I wish to correct that.
There's a slight lapse in concentration. That's why his leg went into 2 pieces, because it was a slight lapse in concentration.
And show what I'm about. And that's it. I'm eager to get back, and we'll see what the future holds after that. I have 8 months and...
Conor McGregor. It was a slight lapse in injury. Everything has to have the slight lapse in injury. Everything has to have the Conor McGregor twang on it now. The proper Irish presidential speak. Ian versus Belal could be boring. We just did that one. Dougie G Tinder is back. I'm back, Netpool. I'm back. Garry will hold Belal against the cage in his iconic zesty stance for 25 minutes. He might. He indeed might, Showbiz. I fucking hope that he doesn't, but he might, brother. Ugh! Me, Justin, and Betty would have been goated members. Oh, mate, that would have been the best member pool of all time. But Yerp, help me, Yerp. I don't think you have got your gifted memberships turned on because I don't believe Yerp has ever been pulled. I think pulling a Yerp in a membership deck is like a shiny Pokemon. Might even be like a shiny Mewtwo. So what does plaster taste like? Like flour. Salty flour. Alexa Grasso's feet versus my right hand. Ooh, I think your right hand would bust all over that. I like that Marab versus Volk matchup. Almost zero chance of Volk getting knocked out. Exactly, and it adds to Volk's legacy. We're gonna get Schulte Sean Brady because we're gonna get a Schulte Sean Brady rant because Garry versus Belal. Yeah, I mean, fucking Guru said it perfectly today when Dana White was like, Ian Garry doesn't duck anyone. He ducks Sean Brady. Sean Brady's been calling him out for a month. Ducked him completely. Dougie looks like he trains plaster type Pokemon. Exactly, mate. If Marab were to beat Volk in something, it'd probably be by a marathon. Volk is a better striker, better grappler, better fighter, better penis. Yeah, no, it's bigger, stronger, girthier. This is true, K-Dot. This is very, very true. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Marab would be able to hold Volk against the cage the way that he's been able to do it for everyone else. Volk has got very good get-ups. Like, insanely good get-ups. And he would be thicker, girthier, and veinier than Marab. And Volk can go for 5 rounds, no fucking problem. Volk can easily push a pace. Yeah, that's not a scary fight for Volk. I think he's talking about the original Michael Chandler fight, not when he broke his leg. Oh, UFC 303. Well, so like a lapse in concentration that broke his little toe. Is that what you're talking about? Not the aim, bro. Do you prefer barbell or dumbbells when you go to impress the gym ladies? Mate, barbell all the time. Men lift barbells. Women lift dumbbells. Sean Brady has been calling him out since he beat Prates. I know, Nedpool. I know. And Ian Garry's been fucking ducking him. Ducking him completely. What a joke, mate. What an absolute joke. Apparently, Darren Till has been calling David Feldman of the BKFC. Darren Till has been trying to get into the BKFC. I believe this. Darren Till is a fucking savage. Let me fix this screen for you guys so we can fit it all in together. There we go. Yeah, apparently Darren Till has been calling Dave Feldman non-fucking stop. I love the idea of Darren Till in BKFC. I was saying in my video the other day, I don't think Dustin Poirier can do BKFC. I don't think Dustin Poirier's got the balls for it. BKFC is for true savages. Now, Darren Till, this dude is psycho enough. I reckon Darren Till can absolutely fucking pull it off, man. Coulon! Ian Garry is a Coulon! Do you prefer, what is the one? Sean Brady, yep. Puss tastes like copper HDMI cable. I don't know why you're eating that premium floured plaster. Dustin isn't a savage. No, I don't anymore. I think Dustin was a savage, but I think Dustin's at the end of his... I'm not saying Dustin wasn't a savage. Dustin didn't have savage in him. I don't think modern day Dustin, 2025, 2026 Dustin Poirier, has got BKFC savage in him, K-Dot. I know. Everyone had their Cologne moment in their UFC career moment except Marab. Dude, Marab got choked out and his legs were still fucking running. Like a psycho. His legs were still going, man. He lifts barbell plates and eats kangaroo steaks. He's sweeter than a German plaster cake. You get it, Woe Black Betty. Do you think Khalil could finish Yuri? He did KO the GOAT himself, Anthony Smith, but on paper I just don't see it happening. No, I think Khalil Roundtree is going to fucking gas out, man. I think Yuri's going to push the pace on him too much. I think Khalil doesn't mind being the hammer when he can control the pace of the fight, and even then he's really got to slow down to be able to handle it. Yuri is just psycho all in all day long. So, no, I do not like that. I do not like that for Khalil. Thank you, Steve Spiros. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you for becoming a member, brother. You good man, Steve Spiros. You good Greek man. Good Greek man. Oh, that's a good point. Now that Ramazan Tamirov has fucking popped for steroids, the little juicing fucking gremlin. That means Charles Johnson is on a win streak, brother. That should get turned over to a no contest, right? Which means Charles Johnson, because Charles Johnson isn't even ranked yet, is he? Right? Like, Charles Johnson is not fucking ranked. He is ranked 13th. So he should be, Charles Johnson should be like 10th or 9th now. True. Now that Ramazan Tamirov is popped. Why is Lorenzo Predict such a cock? I don't know. I don't know. Why is he such a cock? No, the real savage is Michelle Olin. True, K dot. Dude KO'd a whole dude with a bicep. True. True, K dot. Dustin will jump a guillotine in the BKFC. Now, this I would like to see. I think Dustin should go to dirty boxing. John Jones's dirty boxing. Mike Perry's dirty boxing. That seems perfect for Dustin. Where there's at least the 4-ounce gloves on, and you can do a little bit of ground and pound, and inside the clinch, because Dustin likes to work inside the clinch. That, I think, is perfect for him. I think in boxing, Dustin's style won't translate too well. He was also the only one who knocked down Holland first time in his career. Oh, Michelle Olin-Jecek, the new Polish power fighting nerd. True, K dot. I want Yair versus Diego for Cologne. 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yair Rodriguez should just be cut, quite frankly. He should be fucking cut. Like, all this action is going on at the top of the rankings, and Yair is just sitting there. Just fucking around. Why are we letting Yair get away with it? I don't know. That's what I meant to be highlighting. Fucking Yair at number 3. He should just straight up be cut. The dumb cunt. He's been cut before for fucking ducking fights as well. So why not fucking cut him again? Yeah, exactly. There you go, MMA Master. I don't understand. And if Diego Lopez is happy to start taking on the Mexican fan base, then we literally don't need Yair. They only keep Yair Rodriguez around so that they can sell him to the Mexicans for Noche UFC and have their gay little custom Mexican belt. We don't need that anymore. So fucking cut him. He's boring. And turn over this fight for Charles Johnson, since Ramazan Tamirov is a dirty, dirty cheat. Kai Kara France for Charles Johnson next. Maybe Urseg. Charles Johnson, Urseg. Fuck it, Manel Cap. Charles Johnson versus Manel Cap. Manel Cap shouldn't have won his last fight. Manel Cap has gyno and eye pokes. Charles Johnson versus Manel Cap. This is what I like. This is what I like. Yes. Also, Frankie Edgar isn't going to be fighting this weekend. His brain is broken. At the surprise to fucking nobody. Frankie Edgar's brain is broken. I know. I know. We're all shocked. Where am I up to? Did Gamrot get robbed against Dustin Hooker? Never understood what people were talking about. I don't think Gamrot got robbed against Dustin Hooker. I think it was a really, really close fight that Dustin Hooker eked out on impactful shots. That's how I saw it. He's annoying to me. I find him annoying to me. Charles Johnson has now KO'd 2 future champions. I know, dude. Charles Johnson is exactly like... Charles Johnson and Michael Johnson are the same person. Not just because they're black, but because they're the future champion destroyers. Not just because they're both black. Impression of Lucas Tracy when he's number 8 greatest of all time, Arman Tsarukyan, gets KO'd by journeyman Dan Hooker. What the fuck? No! No! Womenzo predicts. Exactly right, help me. Yair was cut once already. True. Yair should be softly kissed on the cheek. It just doesn't make any gay sense. That is kind of gay, mixed martial arts. Pound for pound, Michelle Olin-Jacek would hit Tapturo with a glancing bicep and Tapuria's head would explode. Get that man a real... True. What's up, Portuguese Herzog? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope that you're well. I would pay pay-per-view money to see a comedy movie called Cologne! Kulon! And it's just the two of them yelling at each other in different scenarios where they're both pussies. We want to fight a Matrix, mate. We can't handle fighter Matrixes. Last time we did a fighter Matrix, the chat went crazy. You can't handle... Justin Kennedy, you can't handle a fighter Matrix. Chris Duncan, fighter Matrix now? Absolutely not. What's up, brother? How are you, mate? How bad does Yuri beat Khalil? Yuri Prohaska is going to beat the living fuck out of Khalil Roundtree. Beat the fuck out of him. Loved Cap for brutalizing that bum Asubayev against Jose Ochoa. That dude pointed down and shot for a takedown. Absolutely boring motherfucker. If you do the Max Holloway point down and then shoot a takedown, your contract should be suspended immediately and you should be sent right to the PFL. You can go join their 10 other fighters that they have on the roster, and you can get the fuck out of here. Doing the Max Holloway and then shooting for a takedown is disgusting. It's disgusting. Nacho just asked for a fighter Matrix. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He got robbed by... Yes, he did get robbed. He didn't get robbed by Dan Hooker. He didn't do any fucking damage, K-Dot. He didn't do any damage at all. Dustin Hooker? Exactly. Whoa, Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty. Bam, bam, yeah, Black Betty. Bam, bam, Black Betty got a name. Blam, blam, his name's Black Betty. Bam, bam. Michael Johnson is the black Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is the black Michael Johnson. Them Johnsons holding the MMA future back. Dude, I'm telling you, the two, Michael Johnson and Charles Johnson, they are the true goats of MMA. The true goats of MMA. Both are southpaw and both are southpaw with a very powerful lead hook. True. Charles Johnson, Michael Johnson, the goats. Bro, UFC Qatar will be heat. UFC Qatar will be heat. Qatar will be heat. It will be fucking sick, Woeful. Why does the UFC hate Australia so much? That's the fucking question. How come UFC Qatar gets 2 pay-per-view fight nights, 2 fight night main events on 1 card, and instead Australia got Justin fucking Tougher? What's up, Big Ben? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope that you're doing well. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate Natalia Silva's whale kittens? Natalia Silva. Let's just bring up some photos of Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva. Let's just have a minute here, chat. Just to... Oh, God, look at her. What an angel. What a blessing to MMA. What a queen. Oh, God, Natalia Silva. One day, this is the whole point of the channel now, to get the channel big enough for Natalia Silva to eventually do an interview where she is doing the entire interview sitting on my lap. Yes. Yeah. How dare you? Yes, this is the point of the channel now. We are building to a Natalia Silva interview. What was the question? What are we talking about? Andy the GOAT. Big Andy's the absolute GOAT. We know this, chat. This is true. This is true. Andy's the GOAT of the channel. Do the Dana White and slap your wife. Yeah, there we go. Yair Rodriguez knows he has a country behind him. A fun fighting style. The fighting style is questionable. Top ranking. He is playing his cards well late into the game or screwing the pooch. He's screwing the pooch, just like Justin Gaethje. He's screwing the pooch. He dropped Hooker with a double punch. Hooker slipped. Can't. Waldo hit to Spain you with the salsa dance, point down, double leg. Fucking disgusting, Portuguese Herzog. And that is why they cut Waldo Ortez Acosta. Andy, when are we getting a brotherly stream outside a happy-ending massage parlor in Thailand? Yeah, bro. When are we going to Thailand for the big rub and tug? Because the Muslims pay for the card. We pay for the cards. The Australian government, my tax dollars, paid for those fucking cards. We pay $10 million to the UFC for those cards. And they give us Justin fucking Tougher? Get fucked, mate. Mate, they can get fucked. Fuck that shit, cunt. Because Dana is a red-faced sellout. We literally pay for the cards, though. It's horse shit, mate. Qatar has money and Australia has English criminals, but we pay them. We pay them. They don't just come here because of the good graces of their heart. In fact, check this out. The New Zealand government is talking to the UFC. The New Zealand government is in talks with the UFC to put on a fight night there. Check it out, chat. Let me find it. Boom. Recent developments on the New Zealand government and the UFC discussions. Based on current information on October 25. Wow, there's no confirmed reports? Damn it. I just heard it. Shit. I was just talking about this. Potential talks for future events. In September of 2025, UFC Denim Show was talking about UFC Auckland. New Zealand governments by often subsidize major sporting events. I thought they were just talking about this. Think harder, Gronk. Find articles about it, Gronk. It's out there. I'm sure I just picked up some news on it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Vertical streams are different. Vertical streams are different, mate. They're good for the algorithm, brother. Can we hold a vote and if we can have the vertical stream more often? I mean, you know, if you don't like the vertical stream, and I know some people like the vertical stream and some people hate the vertical stream. If you hate the vertical stream, just like the stream and then go to your liked videos and you can watch the stream in landscape. Black eyes or just corns? Black eyes. Black eyes. Pull the photo I took of her on the Discord. Pull the photo I took over on the Discord. What's the photo on the Discord? Let's have a look. There's no photo in the Discord. You're gay. Should I let my missus try to catch a water dragon in the backyard? Yeah, why not, mate? Let her have a good time. I can take a kick in the nut with Silver's smile and I won't flinch. Exactly right. She can smile at me and kick me in the balls and I'd just be like, that's fine. Breaking news. Yu Song Ju changed his nickname to the... stop it. Impression of Beanie Dougie getting in Natalia Silver interview without even having a channel. I just slide into Natalia Silver's DM. You want to have a chat? Of course. There you go. Dougie, can we get a Martin Budai fighter matrix? Fucking oath, Justin Kennedy. Impression of Beanie Dougie asking you to carve your own house so we can... Impression of Beanie Dougie asking you to... Leave your own house so you can smash Natalia Silver. Mate, get the fuck out of here. Natalia Silver's coming around, mate. We've got to get deep in her guts. Incoming Justin Tuffer, New Zealand main event. New Zealand will pay $10 million to the UFC, and they will be like, Israel Adesanya, Dan Hooker, Kai Kara France. Best we can do is Justin Tuffer. Who wins? Natalia Silva versus Explosive Pine Ass? Ooh, he did look good. Natalia Silva always wins. What the fuck is this guy bitching about? A dominant victory, because of people like you who only talk about the fact that they're tired of seeing boring fights. These guys are left without the opportunity to feed their family. There is no knockout power in the lightest weight. These guys that just fight for wins and checks are free to join the PFL if all they want is boring. How the fuck do you spell boring? B-O... boring decisions. Don't come to the UFC and piss and moan. You don't like how it works. Some Muslim guy is bitching. A dominant victory, and because of people like you who only talk about the fact that you're tired of seeing boring fights, these guys are left without the opportunity to feed their families. Go join the PFL, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Go join the PFL. What's up, dude? Oh, hey, brother. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Bahoring. Get the fuck out of here, mate. Fuck off to the PFL if you don't like it. Get the fuck out of here. Justin Tuffer and Kevin should fight on the UFC moon card so they can make weight. Even then, Justin Tuffer, if Justin Tuffer put his feet on the moon, he would flip the axis of the moon and fall off the face of the planet. True story. The picture I just took of her asshole, woeful. Paul, if we do a Martin Budai fighter matrix, now we're talking, Justin Kennedy. Impression of Natalia Silva kicking you in the nuts, then macking on with Beanie Dougie. No, Big Ben, it's getting rather cucky now. I don't think I will be doing that, mate. Do you get black ice on the roads down there in winter? I know you can slip on it, but I've also heard they're known to rob people with machetes. We do get black ice, yes. Natalia Silva would actually smoke Ricky Glenn. True. She'd fucking light him up. True. Boring. Tougher mustache to save the UFC executive. He did, mate. And a mustache makes people believe that you're actually a rough cunt, when instead he just vomits trying to lose weight to get to heavyweight, which is insane to me. There is no way that Merab Dvalishvili could possibly. Participation trophy must end. What's next? Jacket for not bringing a knife into the octagon. What, we're not believing that Merab doesn't do steroids? Poor man had to be tested 50 times to prove that his cardio is real. Merab should be tested 100 times. Fuck that. 50 clean tests, but that cardio is still illegal. Merab the machine built different. The man's lungs are running on Georgian powder. Put some respect on his name. I don't believe that Merab has never taken EPO. I just can't believe that. Surely at some point Merab has been on this sauce. How are we talking about it? If we're talking about it, then poll it. We're not doing it, Justin Kennedy. How can you cuck yourself, mate? These different characters have got cucky vibes to it, and I don't like it. Volkanovski versus Max 5. Let's do it. Let's do it, mate. Go horizontal. You can go horizontal. Just like the stream, and it will take you to horizontal. Quick ducking the bidatrix. The bidatrix. No. Black ice makes up 10% of all this ice, but it's responsible of 90% of the accidents. You know, that is actually true. Sus pasture. Impression of backwards hat Dougie growing out his stash and getting a mullet just to fit in with the young kids. Mate, maybe I should just grow the fucking stash out. Maybe I should grow a mullet instead of just turning my hat backwards. That way the young folks will know that I'm one of them. Make Ozempic legal for the toughers. This is true, Mr. C. This is true. Guru was right about Samoans. Well, they're just fat cunts. Yes, they're not athletes. They're just fat cunts. Yeah. Paul, this is Democracy Manifest. This is Democracy Manifest. No, I'm going to watch some fights. I have to piss. I'm going to take a piss, and then I'm going to watch some fights. Enjoy the tunes while I piss. And enjoy... What are we up to? I have a mix of Merab and Agus Magomedov cardio. That is literally impossible, Woeful. Their cardios are the opposite of each other. You can't do that, Woeful. That's impossible. Merab's got the best cardio ever seen. Agus Magomedov has got the worst cardio ever seen. You know it's true. He didn't take EPOs, he took E-Puss. Merab does smash bitches, doesn't he? Every time Merab drops a tweet, he's got more puss around him than Colby Covington. It is good stuff from Merab. You lied about this stream. I want my gift. I didn't lie about it, dickhead. That's how it works. Ozempic doesn't work on Samoans. True. I mean, Samoans are just fat. They can't. There's no helping Samoans. They're not athletes. They're just fat. How on earth can anyone believe Merab is not on steroids? I know, Tim. It's wild, isn't it? How you been, Tim? Good to see you, man. I hope this week has been going okay for you. Impression of backwards hat Dougie pulling up to the skate park and falling on his face immediately. Hello, fellow youths. Oh, up to? Dougie forcing us to listen to his piss stream sound again. You know you like it, showbiz. I'm pretty sure Marab and Aljo shower together. Disgusting. Bro always leaves the sound on when he pisses. It's weird that I actually take the microphone into the toilet, Justin Kennedy, and put it by the bowl. Impression of Marab going down on a Vegas hooker. You know, this is going to be good for you. I think it's only fair that you get to enjoy the job a little bit. And now I'm going to be man. And the man eats pussy. It's time to go down and be man. You don't have to do this. EPO is one of the easiest drugs to test for. Almost impossible to cover it up. I know because I was in a sport where it was common. Really, Ben? MMA? MMA, Ben? Is that what it was? Dude, no one believes this. The most obvious cheat, Murad Divilashvili is the most obvious cheat in the sport. Remember, they also gave one to Israel Adesanya, and he got a boob after he fought Costa. That's true. That's true. Israel Adesanya got a fucking... Israel Adesanya got a USADA jacket. Israel Adesanya got a USADA jacket. For his clean drug tests. And also, Israel Adesanya has fucking gyno. He's also got mad gyno at the same time. It's such a joke, man. It's such a joke. The whole fucking testing thing is a joke. When was the last time you had a proper seafood boil up? I don't like a seafood boil up. I don't like tasting the salt water too much. I don't love a seafood boil up. I'm not going to lie to you, Big Ben. I know you pissed on your hands and wiped them on the wall. It's true, Justin Kennedy. That's how you keep the walls clean, though. Don't you know piss is a good disinfectant? Colby's puss is all paid for. Colby's puss is all paid for. Unlike Marab's. Like, the women cannot stop. They cannot stop loving Marab. What's up, Ricky? How are you, brother? Good to see you, dude. It's nearly impossible for Marab. It's nearly impossible that Marab is on... It's nearly impossible that Marab is... How is it impossible that Marab is on APO, Ben? How is it impossible? There are thousands of tougher equivalents in every Australian state. I mean it, Portuguese Herzog. I could walk down to my local pier right now, and there will be a bunch of toughers fishing at the edge of the pier right now as I do this. Guru, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Big Guru's in the house. Wee. Thank you so much, Guru. I appreciate that, brother. Good to see you, man. Shout out to the MMA Guru. Well done being back on your daily stream grind, Guru. It's awesome, dude. You could walk down to the beach and see a tougher washed up ashore. Fucking oath, mate. Fucking disgusting creatures, the Samoans. And any one of those Samoans down at the pier would be quite happy to jump into the octagon for 25k. Cheer, bro. I'll have a go, bro. I could take that fight, bro. Easy as, bro. Thank you, Guru, for the 10 gifted memberships, man. I really appreciate it, brother. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Thank you, dude. Hey, Guru, how come you never say hi to me between you? Okay, let's all just not pump questions towards the Guru through my streams. Come on, boys. Calm down. Because EPO is the easiest drug to test for. I know, but we've literally got Israel Adesanya taking, like, his photo with his golden jacket. And also Israel Adesanya having gyno. Which he fucking blamed on cancer, by the way. He literally blamed it on fucking cancer. I'm sure Marab could come up with the right amount of money to get around the tests. And thank you, Guru, again for the 10 gifted memberships, man. I appreciate it. Where am I up to? Chael always said they give people the jacket to let them know they've cheated successfully. Yeah, you've succeeded 50 testings. You've actually gotten around 50 testing. That's why you're getting your jacket. I saw Dougie with a gynoclamastia in his old videos. No, mate, this chest is tight. This chest is rock fucking solid. He went to the gynecologist. I don't think that's what happened, mate. Do you have any predictions for the UFC 320 press conference? I think someone will throw a dildo at Ankalaev from the crowd. Deshaun, are you going to the 320 press conference? Are you going to be throwing a dildo at the crowd? Is that what you're going to be doing, Deshauna? The UFC 320 press conference tomorrow is going to be boring as shit. Think about it. No one there speaks fucking English except for Sandhagen and Emmett. It's going to be boring as shit. Yuri doesn't really speak English. Yuri speaks autism. Khalil Roundtree is like trying to be the nicest, most emotionally available man on the planet. It's going to be boring as shit. Impression of backwards hat Dougie doing burnouts in his parents' neighborhood, then screaming in an old lady's face when she confronts him. Yeah, cunt, let's fucking get it, mate. You've got to stop that, or fuck you, son. How old are you, Dougie? I'm 36, Ricky. I'm 36. Piss is indeed sterile. It's good for you, mate. Turns out the CPO of Marab's dad. There you go. Speaking of the CEO of EPO, Guru started that video back in the day. And thank you again, Guru. Thank you again for the 10 gifted memberships, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you, dude. Guru is not a Jew anymore. Guru's never been a Jew. Guru's been supporting the channel for a long, long time. Long time. Didn't he blame the boob on the weed? He blamed it on the weed, but then he also said, you don't know what people are going through. I've had some health scares, just like the dude who played Black Panther and had cancer and was hiding it. So he didn't say that it was because of cancer, but he alluded to cancer. I don't know what Izzy was on, but that's not EPO. You can't cover up those results easily. Fair enough, Ben. Fair enough. How hard is it for... How hard is it for athletes to cover up EPO usage? How hard is it to cover up APO usage? How I became a drug cheating athlete to test the system. So this guy literally got on APO to try and test the system. Felt like I crossed the line. I may not be an athlete, but I'm an athlete. I had just taken my first shot of EPO. My goal was to not win a medal or make the team, but to test the effectiveness of the athlete's biological passport. In a year, I'd been investigating stuff ahead. It's biological. I'm going to read everyone's chats. I'm just reading through this real quick. EPO is a natural substance in the body. By testing drugs like EPO, if injected, are only detectable in the urine or blood for a short window of time. The passport requires samples from the athlete at least 4 days a year. Yep. So this guy got around it pretty... The athlete's biological passport, my experiment. I managed 10.5 minutes apparently. So I was sick. Getting away with it. I was now into week 11 of the without phase. I had stopped taking EPO. The passport was not sensitive enough. The passport was not sensitive enough to pick up microdosing. Yeah, Ben, you can get around it. Yeah, Ben, thank you. You can get around it. Who was saying that before? I don't know what Izzy was on, but that's not EPO. You can't cover up the results that easily. Literally on EPO. There you go, Ben. All good, brother. All good, man. There you go. I didn't know either. That's why we do quick checks. So yeah, you can absolutely get around it. Now I'm going to go read everyone's chats. I know I'm a little bit behind. Don't worry, I'll catch up. I always do. Give my 10 alts a second chance? Absolutely not. Where are we up to? If they are the best in the sport, it's not going to become the... If they're the best in the sport, it's not going to be the same EPO people have tested before. Their shit is designer. Yeah, well, we just went through it, the microdosing. Yeah, okay, bro, I'll use rock climbing analogy from my rock climbing days. That's a mountain of work, which seemed barely possible to climb 3 weeks ago. Has me at the bare summit with only half the memory of getting there. Nice, Tim. Nice, dude. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that you're so close to the summit. Can someone throw me a disgusting, Mr. MMA Master? Disgusting. Impression of Joe Piper making Raja Jackson for the punching machine. Mistaking Raja Jackson for the punching machine. Take that, machine! It's me, bro! Stop it, I'm a man! I know! The Tougher family is on my street. The tougher family on my street lets their rabid dog terrorize old people. They do that, don't they? The fucking cunts. If Yuri speaks autism, what does Piper speak? Racism, salt, hatred. He's such an angry cunt. By the way, well done to the entire MMA community for us getting Joe Piper to shave his fucking head. We've literally bullied Joe Piper about his hair so fucking much. Where is he? We have bullied Joe Piper about his hair so fucking much that he has shaved his head. And I couldn't be more proud of the MMA community. I am so fucking proud of us. Well done, everyone. I met a lot of nice Polynesians down in New Zealand. Also met some that scared the absolute shit out of me. Yeah, they can go either way. They can go 50-50. All the ones that I've met have been really, really nice blokes. Really nice blokes. But yeah, they can go either way. Dougie ages his piss bottles under the desk and drinks them according to the day. Dude, the older the piss, oh, the taste, I tell you what. Impression of backwards hat Dougie punching a hole in his parents' wall and then crying when they ask him to get a job. You gotta get a job, Dougie! Oh, no, man, I can't do this. No, I literally saw a chick on Twitter, on my personal account, crying that she had to have a 9-to-5 job. She literally broke down in tears that she had to have a 9-to-5 job. Impression of young MMA guru walking in on Joe Piper. Okay, that's disgusting. If you're doing a good job covering it up, you aren't going to find the techniques on Google. I mean, we just found it, Justin Kennedy. I have a trivia question. Who was the first UFC fighter to test positive for meth, and why was it Lorraine Murphy, bruh? Lorraine Murphy, the woman, bruh. USADA doesn't test for EPO regularly. They did biological passports, and when they saw the irregularities, they did further testing, and even then, they almost never test for EPO. This is MMA, not cycling. Yeah, but it just goes to prove that it can be tested around. I believe that any one of these sports drugs can absolutely get, you can take cycles around the testing system. They test for EPO, fucking ignorant retards. EPO tests are rendered nothing with simple oils like sage, rosemary, tea tree, pine needle, etc. I fucking tested this shit, myself cunts. Let's go. There you go. Tim knows the way. Tim knows the way. Impression of Bully Bo Nickel bullying MMA Joey for his lunch money, then giving him a wedgie. Give us your fucking money. Oh, stop it. Ian Garry's gonna be fighting Belal, my two favorite fighters. Stop it. Take my lunch money, please. Piper looks more and more like Uncle H. Piper looks more and more like an Uncle H enjoyer every day. He does, Justin Kennedy. This guy listens to AI speeches from 1943. You know this guy is listening to those speeches. Spending $10,000 on a trip to Turkey for a hair transplant just to shave it? What a man. No, dude, remember, he got to give it to him for free. He doesn't give a fuck about his hair. He got to give it to him for free. Joe Piper doesn't give a fuck about his hair. The lying bastard. Dude, why are so many people in MMA butthurt about this? What a hilarious joke. What a funny joke. Dude. Why are so many people butthurt over it? It's a joke, man. Bro is the most unlikable guy on the roster. This is true. Ben Davis. This guy was fucking bitching about it, man. Ben Davis was bitching hard about it. Where was it? Also, Alex Pereira fans are gay. Ben Davis. This is one of the coldest photos of Alex Pereira ever. Alex Pereira fans are gay for Alex Pereira. They really are. Anyway, where was this other one? Ben Davis bitching about Joe Piper. Why are UFC fighters the dumbest athletes on the planet? This is Joe Piper saying it's funny that he's going to turn his nickname into Body Camera Off. They're just sooks, man. Straight up sooks. All right, we need Dougie to take EPO and try and pass a drug test. I don't want to do EPO. I want to get on this fucking Dianabol and testosterone, mate. You know what I'm saying? Get fucking huge, brother. Bald and huge and covered in tattoos. That's what the second this hair starts falling out, it's time to go down to the doctor, get fucking geared up on steroids, and have my entire body covered in tribal tattoos like a 2002 MMA fighter. Guru donated 10 members. Do the impression, you ungrateful bogan. No. Every strong sauna session of losing a few kilograms renders most of the drug test futile. Yeah, that's right, because you're literally like replacing all your fluids straight away, aren't you, Tim? What was the Ugandan Knuckles reference from Dougie and Big 20? That was a Ugandan Knuckles reference? I don't know what we're talking about. Impression of backwards hat Dougie taking steroids and then looking weaker somehow. This is not how I wanted this to go. Impression of Dana White watching Steve will do it, smoke his crack cocaine. Okay, let's stop that. Actually, let's get him to go through with the steroids until he finds the one that is impossible not to show up on a test. I will work out which steroids we can take in the UFC. Dougie should send all of his subscribers $10 for support. I'll take 15. No, Connor, you should send me money. You're Conor McGregor. You're 100 millionaire, mate. That picture was cold as fuck. Literally gave me so. The MMA Alex Pereira fans are gay. They're gay. Alex Pereira fans are gay for Alex Pereira. People forget, man. Ben Javis is a proudly bisexual man. Is he? No shit. That makes a lot of sense now, actually. That makes a lot of sense. I did not know Ben Gavis was bisexual. And I just called him gay. I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, well. You live and you learn, don't you? Thoughts on you being the defiant... What is all this? Doug, how much do you make doing your job, like $40 an hour? It literally changes from job to job, mixed martial artists, you know? Like I made a fair few $1,000 last week, and this week I made much less. It literally depends. Dougie needs those blue pills. I don't need those blue pills, thank you, actually. I can get hard as a fucking rock, thank you. Dougie follows Ben Davis on Twitter on the off chance another sex tape with Jeff Molina pops up on his timeline. You never know, Mr. C, when it's going to happen. What do you think of Piness's last night? Piness did good. Dana White approved. Dana White was so happy that Piness got that finish on that guy's face so quickly. Impression of steroids turning Dougie into an Orthodox Jew Zionist. You can't be an Orthodox Jew Zionist. There's no such thing as an Orthodox. Oh, actually, you can. It's disgusting. I met a 255-pound American dude at the gym the other day. He told me it was a testosterone and it's super cheap and easy to get here. Yeah, Eric was inviting me to come over to America and do a testosterone replacement therapy yesterday. Where is Eric? Where is Nacho? Where is Belal? Where is everyone? Doesn't matter. Yeah, unfortunately, it's about $700 a month in Australia, which we will get there one day. We just keep doing the streams, keep making videos. We keep cracking away at it. We'll get there. Every UFC fighter who has ever spoken about steroids gets awkward and sus as fuck. They all know. Yeah, they all do. They're on it. They're all on it. They all know. I mean, do you guys remember when Aljo literally said that Merab was on steroids? Aljamain Sterling was doing an interview. Aljamain Sterling was doing an interview and someone joked around about him being on steroids. And then Aljamain Sterling goes, if I was on steroids, I'd look like Merab. I'm Ben Davis and I'm not bisexual. Thank you for clarifying, Big Ben. You literally just called a spade a spade. Yeah, but it's insulting when you call a homosexual man gay. You know? Can you imagine Alex Potemporero doing that primal scale? Okay, disgusting. I'm thinking of getting into a trade, so I was curious. I'm a young, strapping homosexual boy. I'm trying to make a good living in the US of A. Oh, all right. If you're trying to get into the trades as a young man in America, pick up carpentry and then start doing your own small renovations. So you pick up carpentry, you pick up woodworking, that kind of stuff, and then learn how to do a little bit of tiling, a little bit of concreting, a little bit of plastering, a little bit of painting on your own. Learn how to do like handyman jobs on your own, and then do renovations of under $15,000 to $20,000 all on your own. Start off by doing home maintenance, and then build into smaller renovations. The Jews. Dougie taking the blue pills right before he goes lives when the death starts rising. It's not a standing death, boy. You know that. You think if the fighters didn't have a full day to change their weight and they fought like 30 minutes after the weigh-ins, we'd see some more brutal KOs? Well, they'd obviously be more powerful, Deshaun. But on the flip side of that, brother, they also wouldn't have the loss of fluids around their brain. So I think things would end up about the same because the severe weight cuts do sort of lead to KOs as well. Don't you go to Thailand for the roids and the lady boys? You know why I'm going there in the future. There you are. There are online websites that don't require prescription in the USA. So they're just going to send me testosterone to Australia? But our mail gets checked. I know, because my grandpa used to try and send me guns. No way the Tougher Brothers are on steroids. That is true. Not every single MMA fighter is not on steroids. That's a good tier list. MMA fighters definitely not on steroids. The Tougher Brothers. Anthony Smith. Neil Magny. Ian Garry. Definitely not on steroids. Sean Woodson. Definitely not on steroids. Tai Tuivasa. Not on steroids. Dominic Reyes, absolutely not on steroids. Ryan Hall, not on steroids. Yeah. You know what? You can't say every MMA fighter's on steroids because there are a lot of fighters that are absolutely not on steroids. Oh, man. Mate, I'm not bisexual. Mate, I'm not bisexual, mate. I just like tasting dick, mate. They're completely different things. Completely different. Completely different. I'm not going to hop on TRT unless I'm in my mid-40s at least. Yeah, exactly, dude. But it's just when my body says, I bet they all did steroids. Maybe they did steroids, Chedhead, and that's why they look the way they look. Yeah, I'm not going to hop on TRT until I know it's time to hop on TRT. Like, I'll know when it's time to get on TRT. Brian Ortega did steroids. He looks pretty limp. True, dude, Chedhead. Very fucking true. Brian Ortega is the opposite of a masculine body. But yeah, Mr. C, I'll know when it's time to get on steroids. Like, I won't be able to lift as much. My hair will be falling out. My tits will be sagging. I'll know, and then it's time. You can tell DC finds it hilarious that he is known for the towel cheating when he was sauced off his head and no one cared because he was fucking fat. I know, Portuguese. I mean, they literally talk about it in that weigh-in show that they do all the time. DC jokes about the tailgate thing all the time. And whenever someone does an eye poke on commentary as well, DC will be giggling to himself about eye pokes because DC cheated and did a lot of eye pokes. Have you ever gotten road rage at a darker... Okay. What would it take? What would it take to get road rage at one of them? TRT here in Vietnam is way cheaper than in the US. So many Vietnam gym bros are built like a brick shithouse. That's probably why my brother keeps going to Vietnam. And why my brother's fucking jacked. Marab said he has a doctor to give him EPO, part of his regular schedule. I don't think Marab said that. You remember the interview when he said that? I don't remember that. I don't think Marab ever said, I have a doctor that gives me EPO. Dougie giving us the Hustlers University course. He bought it for free. The Hustlers University. What's the Hustlers University course? No, I'm just teaching you how to make money. And that way, if you work for yourself, when the government says you have to go and get vaccinated or else you can't have a job, you can tell them to go and get fucked. And when the government says you have to go get a digital ID or else you can't get a job, you can go and get fucked because you work for yourself. Marab Drivelashvili, doctor, give me APO. I'll look it up. Let's have a look. Marab Divalashvili, doctor, give me APO. Let's have a look. I'll read through this. Let me read some chats and I'll read through this. Where are you up to? Thanks for the advice. You're welcome, Mixed Martial Artists. You're welcome, brother. It's the way to go, brother. President of Joe Rogan commentating 8+1 as 9/11. There they go. Oh, those sand people were marauders. Thanks for giving this dude some motion. Praise the Lord. You're all welcome, Mixed Martial Artists. It is the way to go, man. What was the heaviest you've ever weighed? I think 95, 97 kilos I got up to. New members video, Dougie with the... New members video with Dougie's new if is going to be him and Yao Ming in a wig. With Dougie's new if is just going to be him and Yao Ming in a wig. Justin Kennedy, you are high, brother. I know I have got bad reading, but new members video with Dougie's new is... Thank you, Tim, for the $5. Dougie, read double comment below to educate the chat. I'm getting to research it themselves. PS, Too Smelly worked this out for himself. Will do, brother. Typo? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the $5, Tim. That's a lot of money, man. I really appreciate it. Dougie, read double comments below to educate the chat and get them to research this themselves. PS, Too Smelly worked this out for himself. Guys, listen, I'm a former lab worker. Labs use equipment called screen-printed Karman electrodes. All these do is measure electrical conductivity to detect anything, including drugs. Look at this technology yourself. The same sample gets different reading every time because it is fucking nonsense. The testing is fucking nonsense. There you go, Tim. I do think the testing is fucking nonsense. I agree with you, big fella. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Remember, guys, when they were doing the testing for COVID and pears and shit were getting... Remember when they were doing the testing for COVID? What was it? A pear? Looks like they've scrubbed the internet of that. Looks like they've scrubbed the internet of that. Looks like they've scrubbed the internet clean. There you go. Papaya and Pawpaw was testing positive for COVID. These motherfuckers got pulled up on all sorts of shit. Let me read some chats. Steroids do... Ryan Hall doesn't do steroids. Steroids do Ryan Hall. Exactly. Dan Reyes played college football in the USA. Wouldn't have surprised me at some point if he was on something. Yeah, maybe in college he was on something. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I could imagine that. Dougie was in his mid-40s 15 years ago. I'm not that old, Justin Kennedy. Stop it, mate. Awesome Dougie's Corner tier list idea. UFC fighters you can beat in a fight, but it's only women's MMA fights. Stop it. Stop it, sus pasture. When did Andy jump on TRT? I don't think he did, but he does go to Vietnam a lot, and he is jacked. He did look it up. We'll read through that. I still see that. I still see that article there. We'll check that. Is Andrew? It's the Andrew Tate scam. Oh, his course. Yeah, I can't wait till I release a course and then just say to you guys that you're not working hard enough. That's why the course isn't working. I love that. I can't wait to do that. That's gonna be. And when I release my scam coin as well, that's gonna be so good. Do you think being jacked helps in fighting? No, actually, I don't. I think being jacked actually slows you down in fighting. We see a lot of fighters that are super muscular and they have real big cardio problems. What's up, Eric? I'm about to Dougie in my corner so hard. Good to see you, Eric. I was wondering where you were. World's loudest keyboard. I love this keyboard. It's got such good carry. He did say it in an interview. Please find it for me, Mixed Martial Artists. And put it in the Discord so I can bookmark it. I tried to pay rent with gold coins, but the government wanted me to use their nationally approved currency. Get fucked. That is fucked. You should be able to use gold. You should be able to use gold. I've got gold. I got some gold in the house. Got some little granules. I've been buying gold and stacking it up. Dougie doesn't even have me on the end of the card videos. How much more betrayal can I take? Justin Kennedy, you have been around for a bit. You should get there. Was that a chubby 97 or a jacked? It was a chubby 97. It's very hard for me to push my body to pass jacked at about 87, 90 kilos is when that's when I start to get, that seems to be my natural limit. Dougie, what is the biggest woman that you would bang? Good question. Depends how drunk I was. Breaking news, Kelvin Gastelum, world-renowned UFC fighter, is just popped for picograms. Maybe the papaya was showing symptoms. Maybe it was. All right, let's have a look. Merab Dvalishvili's coach saying, I'm not saying he isn't on steroids. Former UFC double champion George St. Pierre's coach Varas Harbi has made an interesting claim about Merab Harbi's unmatched cardio. The owner of just said, tried to explain the cardio skills of the Jordan trainer. That he has seen many guys on EPO and none of them had cardio. I'm not saying he's on EPO. But even if you are on EPO, you just don't have that level. Oh, so this is a walk, or this is nothing. This is a nothing article. Yeah, this is a nothing article. Right. Where is Merab saying that he's done EPO? Where is this? We must find this, brother. Merab Dvalishvili, doctor gave me APO. We must find this, brother. Do you guys believe in the dead internet theory? Like everything past Google's third page is just bullshit? There's no real stuff? Like all this other stuff back here? Like it's all videos. All the articles are gone. Look, all the articles are gone. It's all just videos. Google has been scrubbing everything. And that's it. This used to be like 1,000 pages. In order to show you that we have omitted some entries very similar. Yes. Yes. Find it. Interesting. Let me read some chats. I fucking founded Dougistan, you mad fool of a thing. True, Justin Kennedy. We got to get you in there. I've lived in poverty ever since I invested my life savings into Andy's pump and dump crypto scam. It was a smart move from him, Mr. C. It was a very, very smart move from him to start the crypto scam. Impression of Brocklet? No, I don't say, yeah, it is bots. It is absolutely bots. For sure it is, mate. For sure. Fat women or manly women? Fat women. Absolutely disgusting. Fat women. Fat women. I don't think we can find this. Merab said a doctor gave him EPO. I don't think we can find it. Bosh. No, I don't think we can find it, brother. Merab Dvalishvili is on EPO. Look, we're looking at a dude doing a live stream on Twitter. While I'm doing a live stream on Twitter. That's Twitterception. That's a live streamception right there, boys. That is a live stream. So I think we've reached the end of this rabbit hole. There is no evidence of Merab Dvalishvili being on EPO. Sorry, brother. Sorry, brother. Sorry. This bloke, the one on Dana White's Contender Series last week, Jose Ochoa, got the note tattooed on him of Dana White. Saying, be the fucking reason your last name means something. Good on him. Good on him for getting it fucking tattooed to him, mate. Could have, you know, just gotten it framed or something, or just remembered it, you know. It's gonna suck if this dude gets cut from the UFC. It's gonna be real bad if this dude finds out he gets cut from the UFC, but that's alright. He can stick to it. I believe in him. Time to find a streamer watching a streamer watching Lucas. Time to find a streamer watching Lucas Tracy's latest tier list. I actually listened to Lucas Tracy's latest video today, the one where he was talking about how Ilya Topuria is a higher skilled fighter than John Jones. Ilya Topuria is the greatest skilled fighter of all time. Lucas Tracy literally hurts my brain. Lucas Tracy talking hurts my brain. He causes me severe mental discomfort. Have we ever seen anyone... Like, John Jones has got a standing fucking guillotine. John Jones has got takedowns and elbows and kicks and spinning wheel kicks. Like, even skill for skill. John Jones has got more skills and more weapons than Ilya has. Ilya has got perfect boxing, great scrambles and good get-ups. That's it. I think there's a stat that Ilya Topuria has never thrown a low kick. I'm pretty sure there's a stat that Ilya Topuria has never thrown a low kick or something like that. Fast forward 20 seconds in the video called Did UFC Champion Meant to APO? Brutally honest, I'm robbed. Fast forward 20 seconds in the video called Did UFC Champion Merab Dvalishvili admit to using UFO? Okay, by brutally honest. All right, cool. I'll check that out, mixed martial artist. Thank you, dude. Yeah, cool. Check this out, right? So Lucas Tracy says that Ilya Topuria, oh, that's wrong, is more skilled than fucking John Jones. Ilya Topuria has never thrown a low kick. Now, it's very rare for me to praise John Jones in any way. But Ilya Topuria has never thrown a fucking low kick in any of his UFC fights. Saying that Ilya Topuria is the most skilled fighter to ever walk the earth is fucking insanity. Fucking Lucas Tracy just yaps, man. He just says shit. Lucas just says shit. It's so fucking... You know, like, should we comment that on Lucas's video? Should we comment that on Lucas's video? Should we go to Lucas's video right now and fucking comment that? Ilya Topuria El Matador has never thrown a low kick. You know what? Let's fuck it. Let's do this. Let's go to Lucas. Let's go to Lucas and just drop this in there for him. Where Lucas says that Ilya Topuria is the most skilled fighter of all time. Where is our fucking comment section, Lucas? Ilya is more skilled than Jones. Says Lucas Tracy. Literally hasn't thrown a fucking low kick. Lucas Tracy. Sort it out, cunt. Sort it the fuck out. Alright, let me read some chats. Sorry, guys. Lucas just says shit sometimes. Lucas truly does just say shit sometimes, Justin Kennedy. Impression of Dana White handing Dougie a note that says, "Be the reason your cum socks mean something one day." That's actually not a bad saying. All your wasted sons are in your cum socks. It shows a clip from UFC 298 pre-fight interview of Merab. Thank you, Mixed Martial Art. We're going to check that out right now. I'm just going to read some chats and we'll check that out right now. Back in 2019, I was with my mate who was a former special forces and he was telling me about how Biden videos were deepfaked. I didn't believe the technology was possible and here we are 6 years later. Yeah, I believe the the video of Donald Trump immediately after the Charlie Kirk shooting, completely AI. Completely AI. That whole video reeks of AI. Watch Ilya just pull a wheel kick out of his ass for the next one. I know, I'll be embarrassed once again, Justin Kennedy. I agree, mate. Thoughts on 2026 planned Australian invasion they talked about in the Russian news. It's all over YouTube. Be safe. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. Dougie's John Jones' mistress. Okay. Boo Boo Wild Thing is Mr. Scorner. Okay, thank you. Ilya Tapuri is actually the greatest fighter of all time, to be honest. No trolling. He's already done more than anyone else possibly can. Sounds like you're trolling. Do you think white people are Ilya superior? Okay. Tapuria saw Matt Frivola throw a leg kick and got starched in 7 seconds by the GOAT, Terrence McKinney, and said, fuck that. I ain't risking that. I ain't getting starched in 7 seconds. All right, so we are doing Brutally Honest MMA. Did UFC champ? All right, Brutally Honest MMA. I think Brutally Honest changed his name to Red Pill MMA. No, did you? Okay, cool. Go about 20 seconds in. Playback speed. This is it. All right, cool. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. We got Merab admitting to doing steroids. Let's have a listen. From Brutally. I like Brutally.
I'm going,
I've found, starting with the pre-fight interview on UFC 298 with Merab, where he slipped up when he was talking about his morning routine.
morning training session I have to organize, which is I'm very busy. I'm going, if I need I need special coach for this, and anyway, so if I need I need special coach for this, and anyway, so if
that is a bit of a Freudian slip. That is a bit of a Freudian slip. I need an EPO coach for this. EPO coach. I need special EPO coach. This is old news. I missed this. I remember when Aljamain Sterling said if I was on steroids, I'd look like Merab Dvalishvili. I caught that from Aljamain, but I missed this on his side.
I need special coach for this, and anyway, so
not this one. No, not that. I saw the Aljamain one. I never caught this one. I told you, I don't like listening to fucking Merab's pre-fight, post-fight presses. I never listen to Merab's pre-fight, post-fight presses. I hate the way that I can't listen to him. He just drags on so much, man. I can't listen to him. Yeah, no shit, Justin Kennedy. He's just blowing into the mic to test the audio levels. Yeah, that's just testing it for Nacho. That's it. Yeah, no shit, man. Interesting. Good on Brutally for fucking bringing that up. Good on Brutally for bringing that up. You can also use AI to change the ending of Marvel's Endgame, where Derek Lewis, Francis, and Retro pop out of the Doctor Strange magic holes and just start throwing barrels at Thanos. Thank you. Thank you. That's very good. Yes, that's very good. Just start throwing barrels at Thanos. Stop it, for fuck's sake. You evil bastard, mate. You evil fucking bastard. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see? Conor McGregor was meant to be on Ariel Helwani today. That's what the plan was for Ariel Helwani's show, was to have Conor McGregor on there today. And instead, Conor McGregor went to do fucking Fox News instead. He got completely ditched. You think the darkness is your ally? You think the darkness? I was merely born in the EPO. I was born using EPO. So I wonder if we'll see Conor on Ariel Helwani tomorrow, since he is obviously in New York City doing face-to-face interviews. And also, did you guys see, I know you guys saw it because we brought it up at the start of the stream. Conor announced that he was on the White House card early. Conor announced it, obviously, before the UFC announced it. Here. Conor is announcing that he is on the White House card. I think Conor McGregor is trying to play bullshit with the UFC. I think the UFC and Dana White and Conor McGregor are obviously all discussing the White House card. And now they're getting to the point where they're discussing pay. And Dana White has fucked up by saying that he really wants Conor McGregor to be on the White House card, which means he's actually put the ball in Conor McGregor's court. He's given Conor McGregor like a lead. If he says, I want you on the card, then Conor will come back and say, you can have me on the card for $20 million. You offered John Jones $30 million. Why not offer me $30 million? And Dana White has probably gone, fuck that. That is way too much money. I'm not putting you on the fucking card for that. So Conor McGregor has just gone onto Fox News and be like, I will be on the card. I will absolutely be on the card. 100% I will be on the card. Which is kind of putting the ball back in Dana's court to make sure that Conor gets on the card. He was just saying my favorite animal is ipios. He can speak many languages, Merab can. It's easy for him to speak. Remember, he has 3 languages and to be the greatest all-time fighter at 105. Piss weight, says Sus Pasture. Conor McGregor is going to fight in June, but he ain't getting 100. He's not even getting fucking 20 mil. Not even. I think Conor, for the White House, will probably get 10 mil. They offered the second highest they've ever offered anyone is John Jones and Francis Ngannou, $7 to $8 million. Now, this was obviously before John Jones was offered $30 million. But up until that point, the second highest purse they had ever paid out, or were willing to pay out, was John Jones. Conor's getting 25. Conor's not getting 25 mil. No way. No way. Piss weight is however much the jars, I'd literally get up to piss. Why do you think there's jars under the desk? Conor also announced that he didn't fuck that midget. I don't know what to believe. Yeah, I think this is open warfare negotiation, Mr. C, where he's putting the ball in the UFC's court and daring the UFC to turn him down. Publicly daring. And the UFC will turn him down. The UFC White House card doesn't need Conor McGregor on it. It's already the fucking White House card. It'll be the most watched UFC event ever, with or without Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor should see it as a fucking blessing to be on that card, man. I can't wait for the documentary that comes out after Conor's old and retired. I agree, Jimbo. I agree. I completely agree, mate. And we've already had 3 fucking documentaries. I can't wait to see this. But you know, the third one, we've already had 2 documentaries. But the third documentary, it won't be released by Netflix on behalf of Conor McGregor. It'll be the downfall of Conor McGregor. And it will follow his entire life from the moment that his legs snapped to throwing the woman off the yacht, setting the woman's car on fire, graping up a storm, all the allegations, his weird press to become Irish president, where his petition that he had to get people to sign to become Irish president didn't even get 16,000 signatures. Also, you guys probably forget about this. I don't forget about this. People forget about this, man. People forget. Conor McGregor tried to release a crypto coin in 2025. Do you know how many people ended up buying the coin? It was like 700 people bought the coin. It completely fucking flopped. 3% of the supply sold. Only 3% of the supply sold. Fucking that little midget that follows around the Dagestanis could sell a crypto coin. And this happened after Conor's crypto coin flopped. What's that little cunt's name? Hezbollah. Hezbollah literally sold a fucking crypto coin. Tyrone Woodley made and sold a crypto coin after this. Hezbollah, yeah. Hezbollah coin. It wasn't, it was after. Sorry, it was before, 2025. But there you go. Even fucking Tyrone Woodley tried to make a crypto coin. Oh. fucking Conor McGregor and his failed crypto. Jesus Christ. John got offered 30 and Khabib got offered 50 million to return. Dude, you know nothing. You know nothing, brother. You know nothing. I don't think Khabib got offered 50 million to return, dude. Impression of Dougie getting his tongue septum disgusting. Did you hear me threaten to bully you before you left the Yerp stream? No, I didn't. I was working and then the builders came on site, so I had to bounce out of there. Sorry, guys. Is MMA the last space that is safe from cancel culture? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. And I don't know how long that's going to last because even the Republicans are starting to lean into cancel culture as well. So, yeah, I don't know how long that is going to last, man. AJ Cunningham. AJ Cunningham. Interesting. AJ Cunningham. Very interesting. Okay. Thanks for the advice to the tea trail. It's really kind of... Okay. Disgusting. Disgusting. Damn, Eric beat me to the pussy eating pun. Yep. Tyron would eat. Tyron does eat. True. Who wins in a fight between Hezbollah and Hezbollah? Hezbollah. Hezbollah wins. Hamas or Hamas? Hezbollah wins. You know it. You know it to be true. DJ speaks on the GOAT conversation between... Mighty Mouse speaks on the GOAT conversation between him and John Jones. I've never failed a drug test. Mighty Mouse is correct. Mighty Mouse is absolutely correct. It all depends on who you want in there. Even then, he's still behind GSP, Felder, and Aldo. He's not behind Aldo. Get the fuck out of here. Jones tested positive for steroid for his light heavyweight title rematch. Exactly. Exactly. He's been knocked out before and he's lost 3 to... Fuck John Jones fans. John Jones fans, man. They're the worst. W Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is the fucking GOAT. Mighty Mouse is easily the GOAT of MMA, not John Jones. Motherfuckers. Yes, these guys just fight for wins. Exactly right, motherfucker. Go join the PFL, bitch. Go join the PFL, bitch. Someone in the UFC told Joe Pyfer, that he was acting like he didn't want the fight because I was scared. I love how much the UFC can fuck with Joe Pyfer, that they can offer him a fight, Joe Pyfer can turn it down, and then Dana White or Hunter Campbell can literally just be like, what are you, fucking scared, Joe? You're a fucking pussy. And Joe Pyfer would just crash out, shave his head, and take the fight. The UFC are just bullying and harassing Joe Pyfer into taking the fights. Oh my god. I can only imagine how lovely it must have been to have had 2 retards in your head at work. It was a good time, man. I was enjoying the stream. It was a fun one, dude. Was that dog that you punched off the balcony okay? Or did it passed away? And I'm not sad about it. Pyfer is easy, but Pyfer is I'm thinking tomorrow I might just release a video of me just reacting to Joe Pyfer's press conference and stirring him up. Call me Demetrius, the way my Johnson is so mighty. No, Eric, that's disgusting. Thoughts on Ronda Rousey getting head kicked by Holly Holm and Chris Benoit losing 100k on the fight? That's fucking hilarious. Why would you bet on Ronda Rousey against Holly Holm? Joe Pyfer got a hair transplant and then shaved his head because a journalist asked him about it. Yes, we bullied Joe Pyfer into shaving his hair off. Fucking goated. Goated. The UFC easily manipulated him by using his emotion and his ego against him. That's fucking right, mate. Just telling him, Joe, you're too scared to fight the fucking Russian guy? Well, fuck you, man. He just is so angry. All the time. Relax, Jothan. Good God. I'm going to start DMFing Pi for extremely backhanded compliments. Should we do that on Instagram? Should we DM Joe Piper something, Justin Kennedy? I'm not going to share my Instagram DMs on the screen. I can't do it on the screen. You know, I'd share my fucking screen with you guys, but I'm not going to Instagram and bringing up the DMs. Let's do it like this. We'll send Joe Pfeiffer a DM. Hang on, let me do it like this. What are we gonna say to old Joe? I don't know. Let's think of something. Hang on, let's find Joe Pfeiffer first. Joe Pfeiffer. Oh, I can't do studio mode in here. Fuck. Let's see if it brings it up. Message Joe Pfeiffer. Oh, we can. Yes. Yes, we can do Joe Pfeiffer. We can message Joe Pfeiffer. We can message Joe Pfeiffer, chat. What should we message Joe? I love how shiny your head is. I don't think we should message Joe. I love how shiny your head is. I think we can think of something much more insulting than that. Impression of Dana telling Pfeiffer to jump out of a plane, in which he responds no, and Dana starts asking if he's as scared. Puffy, go on, Joe! Joe, go on, kid! Jump out of the plane! Dana, there's no parachutes, man. I don't want to do that. What are you, a scared pussy? Jump out of the plane. Fuck it. What did you call me, a pussy? Ask him he's located. No, we're not going to do that. Hey, mate. Are there any Mexicans on the card? Are there any Mexicans on UFC 320? Psychic's looking to his... Psychic's looking to Joe Pfeiffer's. Hey, mate. Love the new bald look. Love that the dome. Hey mate, love the new bald look. Love that the dome matches the salt shaker. Salty Man Pfeiffer by name and looks. Psychic's looking to his head to see people's future. Send him a picture of your asshole. I'm not gonna do that. Hey Joey, I loved you in Aladdin. I love what your hairstyle did. They also cut Mets. I love what your stylist did there. Ask him if shaving his head after getting a Is shaving your head after getting a transplant a humiliation ritual? Hey Joe, is shaving your head after getting a hair transplant a humiliation ritual? That's a good one. We could do that. Tell him that Abbas's team is full of... There needs to be either a salty joke or a Mexican joke. Jesus is king! What's up, mate? Dude has Cody Stamen highlights up. It's literally one clip of him KOing my... assistant principal. What, Joe Pfeiffer has that up? Fucking hell. Just send him a picture of Cheeto's daughter. No! Stop it. Love the new bald look. Love that the dome matches a salt shaker. My God, my boss gifted me a new car, but I think I'm going to start taking the bus to work. While Salty Man Pfeiffer shaving his head after getting a fucking hair transplant. I think this is as good as we're going to get. That, or there's got to be some Mexican joke. That, or there's... Did you not fight last... Wait, no, last weekend was Perth. They're gonna hold Noche on his head instead of the sphere. They're gonna hold UFC Noche on his head instead of the sphere. Ask him if his self-esteem is that low that he had to shave his hair due to anxiety. You guys are fucking brutal. ask him what stage he's at. No. We're gonna ask him what stage of cancer he has. Jesus Christ. Oh, poor salty man Piper. Poor salty man Piper. Fucking hell. Alright, that's 2.5 hours. I'm gonna get out of here, chat. It's nearly 5 o'clock. I'm gonna get out of here. Alright, guys. 2.5 hours. That was a good stream. I appreciate you guys being here. That was a good stream. Fucking hell. I'm gonna start buying unsalted butter and sprinkle Piper interviews on my food instead. I'm gonna start buying unsalted butter and sprinkle Piper interviews on my food instead. Chilling Joe Rogan style. What's up, P Nazi? How are you, man? Body bag Joe Piper might come for you. He's come for me before, brother. There's a deep history between my channel and Joe Piper. He's called me out before. I don't mind it. I don't mind Joe Piper coming at me. It's part of the gig. It's all part of the job. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It was a good bloody stream. I appreciate you guys a bunch. That Piper DM was great. Sent it to him one about him holding Noche, and he said, the Noche one on his head is fucking genius. That is so funny. Make an AI video of Joe Rogan and Dana White hugging Bull Piper. That is up to Help Me. Help Me does that. Joe Piper going to be malting salt Oreos and a salty spittoon. Fucking salty man Piper and his salty Oreos and his new salt shaker head. Fuck off, cunt. Smoke some D&T and chill. I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go chill. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was a fun stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video and another stream. There will probably be a during the day stream tomorrow. Maybe an American time zone stream. Maybe a weigh-in stream. That'd be pretty sick. We might do a weigh-in stream tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I really fucking appreciate it. That was a good stream. Piper puts salt in his coffee instead of his sugar. Is that the fucking tweet? Is that what we message him? Is that what we message him? Hey, mate, love the new bald look. Hey, mate. Is that what we go? Hey, mate, do you put salt in your coffee instead of sugar? Maybe that's what we'll go with. Oh, fuck. Turn that body cam off on Officer Piper. Mate, he's coming for me, mate. He is coming for me. We will infect Dougie with the chat shit is disturbing. That's so fucking good, man. We will infect Dougie with the chat shit is disturbing. No wonder everyone hates Australia. He started it. Piper well, I technically started it. But that's what it is. That's how it's going to end. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm out of here. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lazy stream 50. Shut up, mate. It was a fucking 2.5 hour stream. 2.5 hour streams in a row. Fucking legendary, mate. 2.5 hour streams in a row. Legendary. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a good night in America and in Canada. Have a good day in Europe. Have a good Arvo in Australia. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.